You
it was
should
on my
turn it up
show.
now. You should.
It's a TV this now. They can hear it, trust me. I've checked the archives.
Hero is being the sun. Congratulations.
Oh, well, let's look
This is gonna be tough.
This
This is gonna be tough.
Hold on.
Oh my, that was terrible. This is the worst.
We did it.
That was a good one.
We did it.
We'll leave it at the end then.
We did it, but it was terrible.
We did it! Hooray! Hazusimo! We did it! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. We went across the river. Is that Dora?
I don't know.
You would know, you have the kid.
She doesn't watch Dora
Oh
though.
my god.
Welcome, Level Uppers, to another episode of the Level Up Show. This is episode 62. I am one of your co-hosts, Andrew Midori, alongside the classy douchebag, Mike McLaughlin.
Woo.
We've got the beast from the east, Dean Marchese,
Woo.
the sexy giraffe, Kristen Midori,
Woo.
and a very special guest,
The Pride
Gregory
of Long
Berga,
Island.
GVZ, the
Oh,
Pride of
yeah.
Long Island.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
The Pride of Long
Well,
Island.
you have to work on mine.
That's a copyright,
Yeah,
though.
it's-
We
we're
can't do
gonna
that.
get sued. It's not a thing.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Guys, the Level Up Show is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like this show at any point, make sure to follow us at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. If you want to see a better quality stream, we are doing a PC version at twitch.tv/The Level Up Network, but make sure that you follow us on The Level Up Show. That is the important one. That's where we want our follows. That's where we will eventually consolidate to.
Follow us at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show.
Bad Greg.
If you want to see a better
Bad.
Bad, Greg.
I just like echoes.
That was a...
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I planned that.
Okay.
We're good.
Also, guys, we're on all different channels. You can follow us on Twitter. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can buy T-shirts like Greg is wearing and like Dean is wearing on the levelupshow.spreadshirt.com. And finally, the best way to support our network and get those little jingles like Greg just played, go to patreon.com/the Level Up Network. You guys can get all these different rewards in return for donating. How's everybody doing tonight?
Fan
Good.
freaking tastic!
It's because you're drinking.
Yeah, well, I only had half a
I don't
beer.
know. I'm just joking.
I'm beautiful in
That's all
every way. I finally got to see Dean for the first time since I've been here. Love you, sir.
Feel the bond.
Michael is just beautiful in every way today.
What you mean?
Drew, you know my feelings about you.
Yeah, I
and
know.
Kristen and I have been discovering so many fun things today.
You might want to lower the brightness on your screen. You look like a ghost right now.
I usually look like Casper. I'm pasty.
I'm pasty.
I'm pasty.
Yeah, okay.
How's everybody else doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I took that over.
You took that over. How you doing, Dean, over there?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I was watching a little bit of the Oscars before I came.
Oh.
Seemed like
J.K.
it was okay.
Simmons.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
I'm very
haven't
happy
seen-
about
I haven't
that.
He
seen
won
the
Best
movie.
Actor?
Supporting, yeah.
So best supporting
Yeah,
actor.
I haven't seen
for
the movie,
Whiplash.
but
Yeah.
I feel like he's earned it. But
Oh, he's definitely earned it.
it
with
was pretty
everything.
good. Other than that, yeah, I'm good, man. Just chilling. How you doing?
I feel like I wanted to go to Mike, and I feel like we can't do tonight's show without discussing what happened earlier.
Ah, here we go. This is the best thing.
Not my fault.
No, it's not your fault at all. No one blames you.
Okay.
But what made it so much more hilarious is what you were wearing. So let's. So earlier in the day, there was a new trampoline center that opened, and actually something that I worked on as a designer,
Mosby's
as an architect,
Designs.
Mosby's Designs. And I thought it was cool if we would go check it out. So it's called High Elevations. We went over there. And we find Mike immediately in his car, and he's in there wearing an entirely red, suit. He's got his t-shirt on, he's got these bright basketball shorts, red. And
Yeah, they're soccer shorts.
they're soccer shorts, all right.
Football.
So right off the bat, we're like, this is going to be good. We get in there, and it is packed with 8 to 13-year-olds.
100 people, 100 people.
Just,
100 people in the room.
sorry.
What is happening?
That was
Come
quick.
on.
I didn't expect that
You're
so
good.
quickly.
Keep going.
So immediately we were already a little hesitant, but we were like, let's figure out what it's like in there. We spent the money, we get in there, and the looks we were getting around all these
There
little
was,
kids.
can I just point out, there were trampoline rooms, correct? So I was excited. I wanted to do some flips and some foam pits,
So-
maybe like push
right,
leg
there,
in,
I mean, there's 3
suffocate
different
them.
rooms, and I brought Danny there multiple times. So there's a basketball room with different height of basketball nets, so you can dunk.
Yeah.
Because we're white, obviously we can't do it the right
White
way.
men can't jump.
Then there's a big open area that normally, when it's emptier, you can jump across, in a line, and then there's trampolines on an angle, so you can jump onto the trampolines
Yeah.
and bounce back.
Yeah.
So you don't have to stop ever, which is cool. Then there's like a dodgeball area.
Yeah.
And then there's the foam pit.
Yeah.
So you can freestyle. I actually, being a fat man, doing flips is a really weird,
It's a passion of yours.
crazy thing of mine that I've never experienced before in my life. And I'm able to experience there in the foam pit.
That's
So
awesome.
it's pretty cool. Usually. Not when you're creeping pedoing on these 8.
That's the thing is, In
So,
retrospect,
yeah.
do you look at what you wore and were like, this was not a good decision?
It's not like I was sitting there, like, no, here's what's worse.
My favorite.
Imagine me walking in with the red shorts, the shoes, but then a leather jacket and my hat on, my winter hat on.
Yeah, that would have been
That
tough,
was
though.
creepier.
You know what I wish you would have done is worn windbreakers and
Oh
gotten
my
in
God.
there and tore them off in front of everybody.
Thank God I had the jacket on because I don't
No.
like standing with my hands out. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's not really uncomfortable to me. Can you imagine what it would be like if I was just sitting there like this?
I'm scared.
Like, that would have been awful.
So make a long story short, we got a refund.
Yes.
What
There's
turned
no
me
way
off
we were
about the
staying
whole
there.
thing was the dodgeball court because I saw like 5-year-olds in there and like part of me wanted to go in there and peg them with dodgeballs, but then I'm like, I'm gonna get arrested. I thought we were gonna end up leaving in handcuffs. It turns out we got our money back and then we got cool rubber socks.
Yeah, and I'm still wearing them right
Me
now.
too. I'm wearing
Are
them
you really?
currently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the grip.
Yeah, me too.
I like the grip.
We couldn't slide in the kitchen upstairs, but other than that,
That's
Yeah,
kind
he
of
was
the
mad that I had to take
that's
him
kind
away.
of the. He said that's kind of the
I had
point.
to keep him here with me.
Oh really?
Hello to Monkey from Argentina.
Oh, cool.
We have hit
Monkey,
Argentina.
monkey.
Welcome to the show, man. We're happy to have you here. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. Oh, I wanted to mention that if people don't know, Dean and Kristen are in the chat room. Like, Kristen
And
says be nice.
Gregish.
And Gregish, too. Greg Verga. Kristen says be nice. And Beast NJ. They are official members of the show, obviously. They are here right now. So make sure that you notice that. It's, every now and then we have people that don't
Again,
know.
I hate that so much. Like when he does the level up directs, and someone asks and spams a question for like 50 times.
Right.
It's like, dude, I answered you every one of those 50 freaking times.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But he only wants me to answer for some
Right.
reason.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they are all the official members, and they're in the chat room with you guys, and so make sure that you notice that. Do we want to get to the best segment of the show?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We made it longer this week because
I
Greg's
noticed.
here.
Plus, we can.
Yeah, and we can, right?
Plus, we can.
Because reasons.
reasons.
Damn it! You beat me too.
Well, I mean,
love that.
literally, we did a 3-hour stream on Saturday in the
Yeah.
snowstorm, and
Yeah,
probably
we
caught
did.
games 50% of the time.
Yeah.
No problems at all.
What do you mean the light flurries?
The light flurries, yeah.
I checked my phone, guys. It said light flurries at midnight.
Yeah, right.
We went to the movies at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. We came out of the movie theater, what was it, like 3:50, 3:30ish?
Yeah.
It was a blizzard from hell outside. I wiped off my car for what seemed like 20 minutes.
6 inches of snow came down in the movie.
Did you guys go to
theater.
Regal?
We went over to AMC.
Which,
Oh, so it was just the same. How long did it take you guys to get home?
An
from
hour.
An hour.
Yeah, it took me. The Walmart, which from my house is like
Yeah.
what, 10 minutes, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe 15. I got home in like 35 minutes.
Yeah, it was
It was
crazy.
ridiculous.
We got stuck behind a few people that
The
spun out and
highways
crazy.
were terrible.
Yeah, even byways.
trying, and no one plowed. That was the biggest problem.
Kristen, tell me about the guy that almost swerved 360. When he spun out.
Swerve 360.
The guy that was driving the ghetto car.
Yeah, the Buick, like the old Buick.
And he just kept trying to
Grab.
he just kept trying to
Yeah.
and his back was just going like this.
Yeah.
So he didn't care. His back's just swinging out. I wanted to see it. He almost
That's
did.
a,
He almost turned around and we were like, do it!
yeah.
Do it!
We wanted him to spin like a dreidel.
Do a tailspin.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the Level Up Show Has No
Barrel.
Game. But first, thank you to these Twitch arts from Muhammad897, Mini Beast, Pussfilled Scab, Ritz Cracker, and the Wanted Bro V.
What the hell is going on with those lights? Every
They're
weekend?
almost dead because we had one for 3 hours straight yesterday.
Oh, really? You were
Yeah.
down here?
Yeah.
So bloated.
So Level Up Show Has No Game is our only dedicated non-gaming portion of the show. We're doing 5 gaming topics tonight, 2 minutes each. Let's get into it. Never mind.
Wrong.
Never mind. I don't know what just happened.
You did it
I
wrong.
sent you a Snapchat. Did you see it?
Oh, that's my favorite.
There we go.
Yeah.
Level Up Show Has No Game. First topic. So The Ghost in the Shell is getting a movie, but that's been announced for a little while now. We now know who's playing the main character, and it is Scarlett Johansson, which is rubbing a lot of people the wrong way.
So much negativity around that.
I'm
I have
excited.
no problem as an actress,
Yeah.
personally. But
You as an actress?
yeah,
Yeah.
I make it really well.
I think you're going to do well.
I'm secretly Emma Watson.
Oh,
I just
awesome.
want everybody
Good
to
for
know.
you.
Are you?
I let you as Hermione.
Thank you. No, they have a lot of issue with it because, according to a lot of critics, they're whitewashing anime.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
agree with that?
I think that if this was the only case where this happened, I would say no, but it happens so often
time,
that I can
yeah.
understand it. If this is something that's bothersome, if they made Akira and they just like made Leonardo DiCaprio the lead, like they were thinking,
Well, right, I was
like,
like, they
no.
were going to originally, yeah.
yeah, like that doesn't
The
work.
problem is I don't know enough about Ghost in the Shell to know if Scarlett Johansson could fit that role. or not.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wrong.
You know, it's one of those things where she could have blown them away. There could have been a ton of Asian actresses that just sucked.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't know that.
I feel like they watched Lucy and they're like, oh, this is kind of like
Not
Ghost
a-
in the Shell, where
not a
she's
terrible
uber
movie.
powerful, and they thought that was the reason. I mean, she's a robotic organism in
Yeah.
this movie. She's
Yeah.
an
Plus,
android. I'm
does
not
that
sure.
girl look Asian to you? The blonde one.
The blonde one. That's not who's playing. Who Scarlett Johansson is playing.
Oh, is it?
The dark hair brunette right there, whatever you want to call her. She is the one that Scarlett Johansson is playing, and she doesn't look very Asian,
Right.
but that's not the point. It's just it takes place in Japan. And that's the thing. And as far as I know, the movie takes place in Japan as well, which makes it even stranger.
Right.
So I don't understand why they want to try and get somebody.
My whole thing on it is if it's a character, if it was a black character,
Yeah.
and they made it a white character, I'm perfectly okay with that. Just the same way as with Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
You know, I'm completely. I don't like that they made him black, not for him being an actor, but because the story doesn't fit.
Sure.
You know, black brother, white sister, it doesn't make sense. So like, if she was supposed to be Asian in this, and obviously so, I would understand that, but she's not, in my opinion. Yeah.
Perfect
Wow,
timing.
perfect.
There you go.
Wow. I thought he was going to have to yell
Sitting
again,
in
but
the
I was
tight-
good.
Shut up.
Whoa.
Next topic.
Still brought it out there.
Nightcrawler has officially been announced who's going to play the younger version of the character in X-Men Apocalypse. And it is Cody McPhee. I can't remember his name exactly.
McPhee.
Yeah, that's it. He was from, the first thing I ever saw him in was The Road,
Yeah.
which is
Yep.
a great movie.
That's what I was going to mention.
And he was
Phenomenal.
excellent
What was
in
he
it.
in recently? Because I can't picture.
He
him
was in
that.
Planet of the Apes, the dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
The one with James Franco.
No, the second
No,
one.
the second one.
Oh, the new. I didn't
The
see
newest
newer
one,
I
yeah.
haven't seen
Why?
that one yet either.
Yeah.
It's on my list though.
Same.
Yeah.
Backlog.
And the other one that a lot of people know him for is Let Me In. The
Oh,
remake
that
of Let the
came
Right
out.
One In.
Not the good one, the N one, right?
I think it's good, but it's not as good as Let the Right One In.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not as good as that one. But he's a very good actor, and he also has the face for it. He's kind of weird looking, and I feel like
He's kind of weird.
he's kind of weird looking. He's got
They
a
said
really
that
weird
too in,
face.
like, the reports. Like,
He's got,
everybody that did a report.
big ears, and his
Yeah.
eyes are really far apart.
Yeah.
He's a very strange
So he's not
looking
going to
kid.
need much makeup.
Which is kind of like, yeah, that's kind of perfect for Nightcrawler.
Yeah. No, I feel like that was a part of it.
I've never seen this kid in anything, but he looks like the great build for him as well.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler's pretty. I think Nightcrawler's probably like my favorite X-Men under Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's really cool.
He was my
Yeah.
second favorite to Gambit.
yeah,
he's always been.
he's awesome.
Now, do you think that they make him a good guy or a bad guy in Apocalypse?
I think he
I
has
think
it
he
coming
should be
around.
I
Well, it
think he should be a
depends.
good guy.
Depends on which version they choose, though.
Yeah,
what
in my
happens in the
opinion,
movie.
I think he should
Right.
be a good guy.
There's
Yeah.
things that happen
What
in
they
the
will
whole
do.
storyline that's
Right.
actually really good with Nightcrawler. They actually make him death.
I think in one of them.
I can't remember if he's death or war. He's one of them in one of the Apocalypse events.
I hope they really play up that demonic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Sure.
hoping. I
Think
know.
it's
Well,
scary.
Gambit's going to be in this.
Oh,
from what
is
I-
he?
From what I understand,
Mhm.
they've talked about it extensively. I don't think I've seen anything official, but it's been like kind of like it's not official, but it's happening.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. I think he was Pestilence in one of them.
Okay.
Or something like that. I can't remember exactly which one he was.
But that's it.
I'm getting
No
good at
more!
this. I'm getting very good at this. I'm proud of it.
Blomkamp
Blomkamp
is
Our favorite Pokemon.
officially directing Alien. We talked about this before when it was
Right.
rumored, but now it is 100% for sure.
Which was only like 2 weeks ago we brought
No.
this up too.
Yeah, it wasn't very long ago. We saw concept art that he had done before he worked on Chappie, I'm pretty sure. That's his newest one coming out pretty soon. Do we think that he tries to like South Africanize this up? He's done it with all of his films so far, so
No.
no.
I mean, it's in space, unless you're bringing Africa to space.
I don't know. I just feel like he's going to find some way to do it. It's like he can't do a movie without having some South African influences on it.
Bringing space down to Africa. No? No one?
We're gonna finish this with 1 minute 24 with the rest of you.
But really, though, what I want to talk about is, do we feel like he's a good fit, or is District 9 the only thing people are basing this off of? It's like he had one good movie.
It seems like it.
Elysium was okay, and I'm on the fence when it comes to Chappie. Like, I don't know what to feel about this movie. The advertising is weird.
With this Pokemon is that he doesn't seem to change up his directing style.
Yeah.
He seems to say, okay, I did this, and it worked because I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again. And if you know anything about Pokemon, you can't do the same moveset over and over again because the enemies build up resistance.
Sure. Thank you for the Twitch art. But at the
Do
same
you
time,
understand any of this?
Yes, not really, but I'm following.
the only other person I could really imagine doing this is James Cameron, but he's busy with Avatar. So I feel like this is
I didn't know
the obvious choice. Like, this guy's been doing sci-fi films. It's either him or Ridley Scott. I mean, who did the original Alien.
Here's the thing: when you're looking at the stuff that he's done for his style, his direction on alien craft and robotics and everything
Yep.
like that, I think he's perfect for it.
That's true.
So if he has to, it's set primarily and only in space, I think he'll be perfectly fine.
I'd rather him do a Halo movie. I think that is,
I agree to that
yeah,
too.
he's so
I agree
much
to that.
more suited for that than
He
Alien,
might. I
in my
mean,
opinion.
maybe this sets a path.
Yeah,
Him
maybe.
and Spielberg team up.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Shut up.
I did.
None of these have ended on evil notes, I want to point out.
Next topic, we
Oh my
have the
God.
official first image of Aquaman. I feel like, Dean, you're the first one to go to here.
Dude, I fucking love this.
Right? Everything
He
about
looks
it.
so cool. Nobody, I tweeted this, and it's so true. Nobody's gonna be laughing at Aquaman anymore. He's not gonna be the butt of the DC joke. Dude, my main Dothraki, I love him so much.
Right? But
He's
that's
so
the thing,
good.
like the whole revamp from DC really shed Aquaman in a different light, and
Right.
Justice really pushed that
Right.
strongly.
Now, there
Like,
was
very
a version of Aquaman that did look similar to this, right? The one where he had a hook for an arm?
He was still blonde, and
Yeah,
he
he's still
still
blonde.
had like the orange,
green and the green, yeah.
spandex.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something unexplored, but I saw them. They spoke a little bit about this, and like before they released the character and they talked about doing a live action Aquaman, they were like, "No, he's not going to be blonde. Why does he have to be this image was made in the comics?" And like this looks like a guy who would maybe put some fear into Batman and Superman. Like he looks awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with
He
it.
reminds me of a like the look they went for. It kind of reminds me of like what we know of as like the new version of Aquaman, who's still blonde, but he's very jacked. He's very intimidating. And looks
Right.
very king-like. He looks
Yeah.
very So
Royal.
I think that, and they mixed it a little bit with the version of Captain Sparrow, Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Of
Johnny
Johnny Depp,
Depp, yeah.
right? They like merged them two together. I wish they went with the blonde with dark highlights instead of the other way around. I said this to you before.
I do agree. I mean, he is in no way defined by his hair color.
No.
I mean, even James Bond, people had a problem at first.
Well,
right?
that's
he went
me.
blonde,
That was
right?
right. And
But-
now he's my favorite. And I said that before. He's now my favorite Bond. I
Yeah.
think almost ever.
Yeah, so I feel like he's a great choice for this character. I feel like he's
Absolutely.
gonna, and this is the evolution that I expected.
Mhm.
This is exactly what I thought they would do with the character, and I think it's okay. I'm cool with it.
I didn't think they would. I thought it'd be a little bit more close to the original.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That
Oh
was
my
the
god,
most
I didn't want it to end sad!
Good job. Next topic and final topic. Spielberg
can't
wants
see.
Pratt. He wants to direct him in the Indiana Jones movie. So that is awesome.
Now, is it going to be young Indiana Jones? Or is it going to be like
I mean, it's got to be right.
prequel? Well, it could be prequel.
I think this will be
A new thing.
Do they? Yeah, that's the thing is, do they make it so that it's canon with the originals, where all that stuff still happened? This is just another story within that canon.
No, because Hollywood is not original anymore and no one knows how to do that.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
a reboot.
I agree. I think it's gonna be a reboot.
Oh, it's absolutely going to be because no one knows how to make something new.
But if Spielberg were to direct it, I'd be totally on board.
and Chris
Still,
Pratt
I
is
mean-
awesome.
So
Yeah,
that, that, that basically says, hey, the old ones were good, but not good enough. Harrison Ford, fuck you. We're going to do this
Well,
instead.
I mean, do you really expect
Now
Harrison
he's
Ford?
97 or some
Yeah.
old
No,
age.
no. I'm not saying that they
Oh,
need
okay.
to get him for it.
Yeah.
They can make him instead of Sean Connery. That would be kind of entertaining.
Okay.
Or they could make Chris Pratt.
I think at
the
some point they're gonna do what
spiritual
you're saying.
version.
I think they're gonna give a nod to him in some way. He has to show up in this film. I don't think he's gonna be indie, but I think he'll show
Imagine
up.
if he's
in
like a
this.
pilot.
That's what I'm saying. He'll show up in some way.
So Chris Pratt is.
He's a snake.
We're thinking the new Indiana Jones. He's not going to be like the son of Indiana
Snake
Jones or
No, I
anything
think
like
it's
that.
gonna be a full on like this is Indiana.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what-
Indiana
Would you be
Jones.
okay with that?
I mean, I'm fine with. I love Chris Pratt. I'm fine with it. I think it's
Same.
cool. I think it's okay. As they do with comic books, they start new storylines. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
fine. They take a different path, whatever. But the only thing that worries me a little bit is that Chris Pratt was pretty much Indiana Jones' Star-Lord, if you think about it.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I'm kind of worried like those characters are going to be a little bit too similar. I mean,
Well,
we'll have to see. I
that
guess.
was
but-
me, like, my opinion. I mean, Shia LaBeouf still looks too young, but I would think he would be a perfect spiritual successor to Shia LaBeouf's, asshole teenager kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been perfect. I kind of hoping. That
I just think he has the wits, the charisma, and I think he has the.
And he actually has the attitude.
I think he
and
has the
charm.
darker images too, or darker elements rather, to pull off the character. And if, like you said, if Steven Spielberg's
No.
directing, yeah. Nobody told me to shut up though, so woo!
We can't do that to you, Greg.
I know.
That is the end of the Level Up Show Has No Game, our official non-gaming portion of the show. Thank you for the Twitch art from Logi Mike, I think it was. I couldn't read it, but something like that.
Also known as Logitech, but he goes
So,
by Logitech.
you know what we didn't discuss on Friday night?
Okay, yeah,
with
go
our
ahead.
game night. Or with our little game night thing that we did. We should do that more often.
Oh, I agree completely. Yeah.
That worked really well. We were
Oh,
really
you don't know
surprised.
Jack? That was so. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about? That
Oh
was
my God,
so
that was
much
so
fun. Thank
entertaining.
you to everybody if you're in the chat room and you
Yeah.
played with us. That was so
And
much fun.
who is it?
Mr. Reed!
Mr. Reed. Who is
Hemp-
it? Hemp something?
Hemp
Hempman?
Man DX.
Which is a name I haven't seen before, I
too
don't
much.
think.
No, I
But
think
that guy,
Yeah.
oh my god.
We have the same thoughts, I feel. Like, that guy was crazy. And it's up on our YouTube, guys. It just went up, actually, today.
Drew's
You
new
can
art
check out the
services.
archive of that You Don't Know Jack stream, and it was a lot of fun. Check it out. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes long. You don't have to
Yeah,
watch
it's
the whole
so
thing.
long, but it was
But
so fun the entire
Definitely
time.
check out the fibbage portion.
Oh,
Yeah.
easily. That was definitely the best part.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris was getting so mad at the You Don't Know Jack portion.
Yeah, I was.
You got
You convinced a lot of
Three,
people,
right?
though. You ended up lying to a lot.
What?
You got the trophy for the most likes for your lies.
One time.
Yeah.
And you won Draw, I think. Drawful.
Drawful. Yeah, she won.
Drawful, that was my
Did
favorite
I?
one.
Yeah,
that was the one
you
you drew
won.
this up.
Yeah, I wasn't too good though.
You were good enough.
Nah,
Nyeh.
bad at everything. I can't even cook.
Meh.
She can cook.
I
You
just
could-
learned how to cut a roll.
This is true. This is very true.
We taught Kristen how to cut a roll earlier.
Yeah.
That you need a serrated knife and you're supposed to
Well, no,
slice.
you taught me that like a year ago, but
Yeah.
then you reconfirmed that I.
But Drew and I went through the same process again. It was fun.
It was
Wow,
I
fun.
have faith in you,
Nickelodeon
Kristen.
Games does not like Blomkamp at all.
Rom-com.
He says that it's almost as bad as the Irish dude playing Bison in that Chun-Li movie,
The Irish dude playing Bison.
who was originally like a Serbian background, I think he was.
Okay.
So it didn't make any sense. But
The only Blomkamp film I really like District 9, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
Chappie yet. But it doesn't look.
it doesn't seem like
good.
it's going to be amazing to me. I
No.
actually didn't mind Elysium. I didn't think it was on the scale as District 9.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't to the point where I said I don't like this.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I was glad I paid for it.
Yeah. What about what we've been playing this week? Anybody?
Just a lot of Diablo
A lot of Diablo.
and Scream Ride.
Oh yeah, and well, we were not going to talk about it officially as Wild Game, but maybe later on at the end of the show you can talk about Scream Ride a little bit since you played the demo. Dean, what have you been playing this week?
Man, I've been all over that Resogun DLC.
Oh, man.
Can't stop playing it.
I will be playing it tomorrow with Greg for his in-day.
So good, dude.
It's so addictive.
It's so good. Protector mode. Okay, Commando.
Commando. I beat you
Commando?
last night. I went above your leaderboard.
In
on that
Commando?
one. Yep.
Dude, Commando is hard without a friend.
So good.
It's not a good mode to play without a friend.
Yeah, no.
But Protector mode is what's up, dude. Protector mode is
Yeah.
the reason to buy this DLC.
Yeah.
It's so good. But other than that,
And go for it. Just don't even buy the DLC separate. It's $2 extra. You get the
Yeah,
season pass and you get
it's
the first
well
one
worth
too.
it.
If you haven't bought that.
number 68 in the world on Protector mode.
Here we go.
Wow, very nice.
Number 74 in the world on Commando mode. So
By
I haven't-
yourself, solo?
yeah.
No way, dude.
Yep.
I'm
I
terrible by
aced
myself.
that. I aced that mode.
Real bad.
I wonder how low I've dropped in Demolition.
Oh, probably.
That was
Oh,
that's the
man.
Brick Breaker.
It goes so
mode,
fast.
right?
Yesterday I was at like 60, and then I woke up this morning and I dropped to like 98. that
Yeah,
fast.
Really?
it goes so quick.
I was 9 in the world in
Yeah.
Demolition.
You're
yeah, at one
sickening
point.
to me.
Other than that, I'm dabbling in Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Cool.
But
How about you, Greg?
Well, me and you played the Order. We started the
Yes.
Order. That was awesome. And I want to say,
Did you finish it?
no.
No.
We played an hour and 15
And I
minutes.
replayed that hour
And
today.
then we replayed that hour
Really?
again today.
Yeah, I wanted to replay the opening because I thought it was really cool, and I didn't want to have anybody.
Yeah, and we played it out here the first time, and the television was a little bit darker and stuff like
Yeah.
that, so we wanted to see it more high
and it
res
looked
and stuff.
freaking
I
gorgeous.
haven't
wanna-
even touched the. Yeah, I'm excited to check.
I
it
want to
out.
put out. I don't have my original copy, but I'm going to go home and get the collector's edition when I go back to Long Island. But we played it, and I just want to point. It is easily, hands down, the most stunning visually game I've ever seen
Yeah, I
up to
agree.
date in my life.
100%, no doubt, no doubt in my mind. at all.
Beautiful, like stunning.
Not even just that though, but playing it again, knowing 100% the controls this time, not needing to look at those little
Yeah.
descriptions on what
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do. Like it flowed really well.
Yeah.
Like that first chapter again, I was just like I was going in and out of cover. I was using the Blackwater slowdown moments. I was meleeing people, stealthing people, and it was like no hitches at all. I was like, this is working really well.
Yeah.
Like when does this game fall apart? Like,
Yeah, there were so many moments where Drew and I, he would go up to cover or something, and until the description came up, we didn't even realize we had control of Galahad.
Yeah.
We would sit there and we're like, and then nothing would happen, and then it comes up in the corner, it's like, by the way, to dodge cover, you're going to want to roll out of cover, and me and Drew are like, oh, okay, let's do
Okay,
this.
yeah. So
That's how beautiful it is.
I know it's probably going to drop down at certain points, and I know it's probably going to get a little slow pacing wise or come out of your control. But that first hour, I really
so
enjoyed.
good, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I'm sold. And the Lycans,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Freaking scary,
The transformation of the humans, and
Really?
oh my, and terrifying.
Yeah.
Drew got tackled by one. That's your first interaction. It's terrifying.
And it's brutal when you kill them. Finally, you have to shoot them down to the ground. Then you have to go over and finish them.
Yeah.
But when you finish them, you're stabbing them through and slicing them and stuff. And as you're doing it,
Yeah.
they're turning back into a human.
You
so it's
you've got
brutal.
him like a tauntaun. It's
This
fucking
game
awesome.
sounds awesome.
It's
Yeah.
so
I'm
good.
so excited.
And a grain is my
I have
favorite
it.
thing.
It's in the cellophane. As I
You gotta
can
play
do.
that. Hop on that right now.
That's
and
my
then,
priority.
and then we
I'm
will
gonna
also
put
be
everything
doing
else
reaction
aside.
times for you guys too. Probably
Yeah.
us three. Or are you gonna pick it
No,
up?
I'm not picking it
There
up.
are 16 chapters.
Yeah.
I think maybe we'll do like every 4 chapters, maybe.
I think that's perfect. That way we
Okay,
get 4
cool.
reaction times
I'm
out.
gonna play a bunch tomorrow, so I should be able to catch up.
Cool. Yeah.
Sounds good, man. And I guess that's it. Unless you play something, Kristen.
I played the game called Eyelids.
Nice.
tell me how you beat that game, Kristen.
Like this.
Oh my god, multiplayer up. Save the last human. Save the last Kristen.
That's how you play.
That is.
And then you wake up and you win.
I'm pretty sure you're ranked number 3 in the world.
I'm number 1 in the world today.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Excuse me, everybody.
We're almost at 200 people in the
Hashtag
room.
winning for Kristen.
Thank you
I
for
love
the Twitch chart so far, guys. We're about to move on to the level update, but first, thank you to Fast Furious 798, Gravy Train, Pull Metal Chick, Illegal Mike, RFern60, David McCann, Kuzi AJ, Muhammad, and Mini Beast, and a YouTube subscription as well from
Ooh.
Reaper Gamer.
And
Hi-yo.
we love the YouTube subscriptions.
Yes, those are awesome. Keep those coming, guys. Really important because we do a lot of cool stuff on our YouTube. We don't just archive these kind of shows, but we have a lot of off-show content you guys can check out, like reaction times when we do the order, but also TV shows.
Yeah.
Greg and Dean do.
Arrow, Gotham, Flash.
Yep, and you and me do Walking Dead. And
Walking Dead, Better Call Saul.
And there will be more to come.
And Mike does response time and everything else.
Yeah.
And Kristen does response time and being beautiful.
Yeah.
And Beyonce's Jesus Christ. I have a sticker.
And let me just break up Greg's awkward spiel here real
Thank
quick
you.
with a quick shout out to Stan is in the open one who's watching. I've never. This is the first time I've seen this. I don't know about you guys, but he's watching from his military training base.
I love when that happens.
We just saw American
That's awesome.
Sniper, and
Yeah.
big ups to everybody that's in service.
Yeah.
We came out of the theater with so much like pride and joy from that thing.
Yeah.
It's such a
Pride and joy. I was hysterical.
Well, no, from his story, but we're saying like about people that do
Yeah.
the service and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Did you
Like
see in the news, not to throw it off
Yeah,
that
go.
much, did you see the guy that killed him
Yeah.
has been testifying, due to mental illness.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
pleading
and they
that he
said
was
that-
a lunatic.
Right, but they actually, two of his psychiatrists had found that he was under the influence of alcohol and drugs with cannabis, according to weed. And
We'll see how that
actually
plays out.
contributed, so they won't be able to claim insanity. He can claim it, but he
can't play it for it.
against
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
People testified against him.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still ongoing. It's been going on for a few years now.
We'll
So.
see what happens with that
Yeah.
ends, but once again, shout out to everybody in service, and thanks for watching us. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
We really
So
appreciate
cool.
that so much. Let's move on to the level updates.
One day, can I just point out, this is gonna play, and Olivia Munn's gonna pop out of the ceiling.
That would be amazing.
Why Olivia Munn?
From the newsroom. Isn't that what this is from?
Yes, it is from the newsroom. You
I'm
are
like,
correct.
I know this
Yeah,
is
but out of everybody, why Olivia Munn?
because she's the best one on that show.
First up, we have The Last Guardian, the game that should not be named.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da.
I don't like when you say its name.
Its trademark expired, and this has happened a few times now. It also happened in 2012. Everybody flipped their shit. They thought it was canceled. A few days later, Sony reenacts the trademark. That is exactly what happened here. But it didn't
Right.
stop people from flipping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, people flipped out for, I think it was even less time this time. It was about a day before they responded to it. And it sounds like it was literally, we forgot about this game, so
Yeah.
we didn't renew it.
We forgot that it was going to expire, the trademark. Can I ask
Yeah.
you guys a question about this game?
Yeah.
If it comes out, how many copies do you think it's going to sell?
I honestly, with all the hype that's built up for so long, I do think it will sell a decent amount of copies if it will be able to sell enough
Yeah.
to make back how long
Will
this
it
is
be a
going on.
$60 game?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
to. It has to.
Has to be.
For sure.
If not like an $80.
What about this? What about this world, okay?
Yeah.
Picture we live in this world.
Okay, I love
You
this
wake
one.
up one day, right? Maybe, I don't know.
Dean's in
like
bed next to you.
Saturday,
What?
This is getting weird.
Okay.
It's like Saturday morning. They're like, everyone's home today. You wake up, you're looking through Twitter. Last Guardian is just released as part of your PlayStation Plus prescription right there. Boom.
Oh my god.
Will that be some crazy shit, dude?
I
After
just
all
orgasmed.
this time, that would be
Everyone.
that would be insane, right? I mean, and you know what? I don't put it past like
Doesn't like that
PlayStation
word.
at this point. Like that's it would be
But the
really
crazy
cool.
thing is, like,
I was doing Spider-Man.
as crazy as that sounds, though, like, I wouldn't put it past them, Dean, if I'm being honest.
That's what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
I
Like
know.
that's such a PlayStation move right now, and I would just be so cool.
Yeah, because they've already wasted, like you said, this game has been in development for forever. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm honestly worried about sales for it. Like, as many people are, like, hyped about it and stuff like that, like, I don't know if it's going to sell enough. It's definitely not going to sell enough to make back the money, for sure.
No.
But is it going to sell enough even for them to, like, want to even attempt to do this again. Like,
Yeah.
after Shadow of the Colossus and Ico being huge successes, like, The Last Guardian, is it going to live up to even that success? You
No.
know what I mean? Like, it's just
Here's the
crazy.
best case scenario.
Go.
They are like, we're not making the game. They have to. They have to.
Yeah.
The hype has way surpassed what it's.
Oh.
what
And they
it's gotta
have
be.
Easily.
said that they're still working on it for so long.
Yeah.
If they're lying, when it comes out that the game was canned or something, they will be brutalized.
Right.
Like there's no
Absolutely.
way they are lying about this. They can't
Right.
lie about this. Like,
Sony today has revealed that The Last Guardian, the long-anticipated spiritual successor to
Ico,
was
Shadow-
Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus, has
Right.
been released for PS Plus. Meanwhile, Microsoft, here's some Gears of War. Take it. Take it.
Games of Gold is like the original Xbox Halo.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Not the second one, the first one, where it looks kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Thinking of like a game coming out really soon after announcement, a lot of people are actually kind of thinking that you might do that with Fallout 4 at the Bethesda
Ooh.
E3 conference. Do we think that's a possibility? Do you think
Well,
that
getting
a
Fallout
game on that scale,
Yeah.
is it possible that they just announce it and they release it the next day and they do fine because it's in that
Oh, absolutely.
echelon?
We already saw
Absolutely.
that.
Do you know how many people, I mean, when I worked at GameStop, do you know how many people go out the day after E3 to reserve the big titles like Call of Duty
Yeah.
especially? You know, it's ridiculous. The day, if you can work, at GameStop they measure you by pre-orders and everything like that, and if you can work the day after E3, it's like God to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing.
Yeah. And but we already saw stuff like that, like when they did the Battlefield 4 demo, and they were like, this is the Battlefield 4 trailer at the EA press conference last
Right.
year, and then they were like, by the way, here's the beta, and you
Or
can play it
Destiny,
today.
Destiny Alpha.
Or the Destiny
Yeah.
Alpha too. And
Those
that's
are cool.
Oh my God.
And that's so
It was-
awesome. I totally see it going more in the vein like that. It's just
Now
so
how
much
public
easier.
it is.
Yeah, because like, how many of us watch the conferences? We
200.
all watch them. It's like a crazy amount of people that watch them. So to see the trailer and that's when you're so excited and pumped, and then it's like, oh, by the way, you can play this today. PT was
Yeah.
another one that was awesome.
Kristen, look at the number.
What's that mean?
When we get above 200, we also do a sound.
Which one?
Just the same
Can
sound.
you guys make a sound of
Eliza Scherlinger.
yeah, do the Eliza Scherlinger the goat. We watched a comedy special. Go check out Eliza Schlesinger.
You can't even say the name. Yeah.
I can't, but she's awesome, and she does this whole routine with a whole bunch of drunk girls acting like a herd of sheep, and that's the noise that
Yes.
we've been doing all day.
It is funny.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
So
Yeah,
what is
definitely.
Greg's spirit animal?
Oh yeah, right.
Ooh. I feel like it has to be
Jesus.
something tall like a giraffe, but I can't steal Kristen's.
I was actually
giraffe.
going to say kangaroo.
Ooh, I can see me in a kangaroo.
No way, dude. This
Okay.
is,
No.
I don't think so.
this is something.
It needs to be like a. It
I
needs to
think
be like
this
a
needs to
unique.
require some thought.
You know what I
because there's a
thought
real
of?
Special animal.
You know what I thought of at first? I thought of
It's really special.
the little king.
Fucking kookaburra.
Are you missing this? What the hell?
The little king meerkat from Madagascar,
Yeah, I could see that. Dude.
right? I see him.
I could see it.
That's
it's
my
not
spirit
about the
animal.
appearance. Like it's your soul.
It's my soul, yeah. It's my spirit.
It's like, it has to be something unique.
You said like a
kookaburra.
It's like definitely
That's all.
something.
What kind of
weird.
animal is Elmo?
Ooh.
He's a monster.
Yeah, I think they're all monsters in Sesame.
I know. I'm just saying that
You want me
look
to
like
be
Elmo
Elmo?
or something.
Oh, thank you. That's
Yeah,
the best compliment I've ever gotten.
You're very Elmo-esque for sure.
So,
That's
for
not
tonight,
the-
for tonight,
impression.
then our 250 noise will be Greg being his spirit animal.
Yes, I like
For
that.
the rest of the show?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm like,
250,
Please.
no.
I don't think I can handle that.
Elmo says ah!
Let's move on. Next part of the level update. Go ahead, Mike.
Phantom Dust developer closes, but the development does continue. The Phantom Dust reboot was first announced last year at E3. It's based off of an original Xbox game that didn't receive much attention, and it wasn't really reviewed that well either. However, the developer said that this game was better than it was rated. It's a game that not enough people got to see. The reboot is intended to be a 30-hour RPG, according to the studio Darkside Games, but Darkside Games has since shut down.
Yep.
However, Microsoft spokesperson stated to IGN that their working relationship has ended. However, it's not all bad news. Microsoft added that they have a great respect for the studio and their work in the industry, and has also confirmed the development on Phantom Dust will continue.
Yeah.
What else did they create besides this? Because I was
That's
trying
about
to find.
it.
I think.
And that's the thing is, I can't expect this game to be good whatsoever, considering that the development studio that was working on it for so long has shut down. Like, it's just, I know Microsoft's going to take the reins and try and finish this game, but the work that they did must not have been stellar.
Yeah,
I
know.
just-
easily.
I just
Well, I
can't-
mean,
that has-
there's a
that has to be the
dude
case.
in a business suit with long hair that looks like, I don't know. I can't remember. And then they add in elements of like Tekken, and then Final Fantasy 13 with Lightning here.
Well, if I'm
I
being
don't
honest,
really
like
get
when
it.
this trailer came out and like it was revealed and everything, there was nobody like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like this was not a reveal that was. They were like, we're gonna bring something back from your past, and like the whole way the trailer opened up, I was kind of excited to see something. And then when they showed this, I was like, what is that?
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
So I'm
It
right
looks like a
behind
fighting
him.
game from what they showed.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
a 30-hour RPG, supposedly.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
But when it was announced, they acted like it was this huge
It-
deal, and
it-
everyone's
yeah.
like, "What
That's my
is this
point.
game?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is."
That's what I'm
You can
saying.
see me.
That's true. They can't right now. It's because of Bogey.
Yeah,
kind
if
of.
you
You
guys
can
just
slide
swap
this
sides,
way.
yeah.
Maybe put Bogey on the other side of you.
He only likes this.
Also, guys, if you don't know what the poll is about, we're wondering if you believe The Last Guardian is still coming. Is it going to come this year, maybe next year? It's dead, or do you just not care at all about The Last Guardian at this point? Let us know, guys. Who's going to read the third story?
What
this
do we
week?
all vote in that? Can we all make our votes?
Oh, I care, and I don't think it's going to come this
It's
year.
next
I think
year.
it'll be announced this year.
Yeah.
I care, and I'm thinking maybe next year is my vote in that poll.
When it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
think next year it'll come out.
Yeah. But I still care about it.
Oh, I 100%
I wanna
care.
play it.
It's hard not to care if it's Team Eco. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus and Eco, two of my favorite games. Especially the Eco that came back up now on the remastered collection. You have the co-op version. Did you play that version?
No.
No.
You guys didn't play the co-op? I played with my cousin. It was so awesome. You guys have to play the co-op. We have to do that soon together. Next story. Rumor: Predator will be in Mortal Kombat 10. What?
And it's funny because somebody guessed that.
Yeah, that actually happened like the week before they announced it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 10 is to receive a new DLC pack in June that introduces Predator as a playable character. Videogamer.com has learned this new information. According to the source, the DLC pack will include the sci-fi villain and Colonel Al or AI Dillon, right?
Al Dillon.
Al is what
Yeah.
I heard. Okay.
AI Dylan.
Played by Carl Weathers in the movie.
We're okay by that. The CIA agent killed in the original movie, Carl Weathers, the actor who played Dylan, has allegedly offered his likeness for use in the game too, which is awesome. Spawn is a possibility as well, according to Todd McFarlane, who gave Warner Brothers permission to use the character, which we were talking about the other night too.
Yep.
Which is
How do we
very
all feel about this?
I'm excited for both.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in for that.
Yeah.
No?
I don't care. I'm indifferent. I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna. I probably
understand.
won't play the game.
I won't play the game either, but I feel like those are very fitting characters.
That's what
Yeah,
I was just gonna
yeah,
say.
I totally.
I
Agree
think
with that.
Spawn more so than Predator, but I'm okay with Predator.
Really?
I
I think
like
Predator's a great
stuff
thing.
like that. I like when they like throw.
Well, think about
random
Spawn.
characters
Spawn
in.
is definitely
Yeah, I agree.
fit for a
You know?
fighting game. Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah,
The
like when
only
they have
one that I
the-
did, I mean, I get it. Everybody loves it because of what it is, but I didn't really feel connected to the Darth Vader one.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
It just didn't fit. It
I
doesn't
think,
fit.
I think
As
the
long as
best fit that
character
they did
fits.
so far was Kratos.
This could be a
When
great,
they brought Kratos into the world,
this
and
is
that's
like a whole
easily
good
yeah.
topic, dude. For it's like there's so many good ones. Like
Cameos?
Yeah.
Link in Soul Calibur. That was
That
Yeah,
was
that was
great. That
awesome,
fits.
too.
But
Yeah.
Master Chief in the one. Like
Which-
that,
which
I can't remember what was he in.
I don't remember.
Master Chief was a cameo in one of them.
Really?
Yeah, on Xbox.
Was it Soul Calibur?
It was
maybe?
probably
I think
Super Smash
it was
Brothers.
it was either Soul Calibur or
I remember one of the Soul Caliburs also had Spawn on the Xbox.
Yeah.
That was.
remember.
I know that was one of them, and maybe the next Soul Calibur had Master Chief. That's a possibility.
yeah, I can't remember, but it was just it doesn't fit. If
oh
it fits, it's
Spider-Man
fine.
dude in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That was like
That was
Yeah.
so good.
That was perfect.
With his web sling, he
Yeah,
spun
dude,
the,
that was the best.
skateboard
That
around.
was awesome.
And now with Andrew Garfield actually doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that. They used that in the game. He actually like falls and he like pulls his.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Cool. Okay, that's the end of the first Level Up Update segment, guys. We're going to open up the Skype lines at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces.
Dean,
Yeah.
what was the kid's name that wanted to call in? We both answered him. I forgot his name.
Glitcher 761.
Oh, okay, cool. Glitcher761, you can feel free to call in now. He wanted to call us before, but I told him not until the Skype lines were open. You must obey! So you can call in now. The Skype lines are now free.
But
You're good.
you have to have
You're-
something to say. You can't just advertise your stuff because I know he wants to advertise his stuff.
Good night, BMC.
You have to have a message. You have
Oh,
to have
he's
some
leaving?
kind of contribution.
See ya, BMC.
Bye,
Maybe he's watching
BMC,
the
we
Oscars.
love you.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm just happy to get above 200 on the Oscars tonight. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining
Are you
us.
really that surprised?
A little bit.
I'm
What,
not.
what was the
I
one that
believe
we
in
were
us.
really surprised that you were like, I can't believe we're actually getting people in here? What was that? I can't
It
remember.
was the Grammys.
Yeah.
Grammys,
Was it the
I
Grammys?
was surprised about the Grammys.
Oh, hey.
We went to 3.
Hey, Aiden, are you there, man?
Is he there?
It's just an empty seat.
This is like the
If
beginning.
this
to
turns into the
horror
Grudge,
movie.
oh,
Right?
The chair move.
What is happening?
Guys, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in
I
my
don't
life.
like this at all.
I mean, this is somebody who's called it before, so I know who this is.
I'm a ghost.
He's
You're
a ghost.
Well, good for you, man. Honestly, like, it's one thing to die, but then it's another thing to come back.
There he is. What's going on, man?
Can't hear it at all.
I'm going to have to turn up the Skype a little bit. Hold on 1 sec, man. I'm just going to turn up Skype. My mouse is doing that weird thing again.
He's saying bye. He hung up on us.
He's a bizarre dude.
Yeah, very bizarre. I did like his green headphones, though. I wonder if
Oh
those
my
are
god,
Beats.
mouse, please stop doing this.
Mouse, come and go. I don't know where we shall know.
Let's try John. Hey, John, you're on the Level Up Show. How you doing, man?
Good. Sorry I wasn't here for a while, guys. Also today I'm sick, but
First of all, you never have to apologize for being sick. That's never an apology that is needed for us. And then number two, like, glad to have you back. Thanks for coming back. You never have to apologize for not being here.
Do you know who he
Anytime
is?
you watch is awesome.
Do you know who he is?
yep. I haven't been on Twitch lately because you saw the link I gave to the chat for my stream on a different thing called Show.tv.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been streaming lately on there from my tablet since I don't have a PC because my laptop broke and apparently mobile doesn't accept certain files and most of them can't open from the internet. It has to like be apps from Google Play where certain files can be opened. But
That sucks, man. John, can I ask you what you've been streaming?
I've been streaming like random games. I don't have any schedule. I mostly do not gaming talk shows, kind of like you guys do. I like just play Fruit Ninja and stuff like that on mobile.
Good
I
for you,
barely
man.
play Five Nights at Freddy's because oh, by the way, do you guys stream Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, we have not streamed that
We
game.
get that question a lot, though.
Everybody wants to see that game
Greg's
streamed
gonna
for some
play it
reason.
in day.
Yeah, so maybe I'll hop on and buy that game.
It's got a strong cult
Yeah.
following. It
100%.
would terrify you.
Yeah,
I can send you a link to an app store that lets you have it for free in the Skype chat.
There you go.
Be
Yeah.
best friend.
Easily, man.
That would
Thank
be
you.
awesome, John. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. We're going to move on to another call. Thanks for calling in.
Oh wait, just a sec, guys. Is it okay if you accept my friend request? If you're fine with no, it's fine if you say no.
No, I will easily be your friend. If you're
Yes.
talking about PlayStation, we will all be your friends. I will
Yes.
give you all of our names right now. Drew is Drew M1788. Mike sitting right next to me is Noob Guru. Dean is the Beast NJ. Kristen is the Lost Girl, except at the very end of that, it's not an L, it's a capital I. She tricked you on that. And then I hope you're taking notes. And then my name is Greg_Virga. It's like Viagra, but you take out the first A.
He doesn't know what that is.
Yes, he does. I love him.
But don't be afraid to add us, man. And everybody who's watching, you can add us on PSN. We will
Yeah.
add you after the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, for sure. I accept
I don't know
everybody.
what PSN is. PlayStation Network?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, I don't have any PlayStation. I don't have any other.
Thank you for wasting our time, Greg.
I tried so hard.
All right, John. Well, wherever you want to add us, please do, man. We will add you back.
We love you, John.
Oh wait, I send the contact request.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
we'll accept it, bud.
Send you the link in a second.
All right, John.
All right.
We got to move on, man. Thanks for calling in. See you later.
Guys.
Did we
Okay.
love him?
He's a good dude.
I love him.
I like that guy. All right,
I
let's
went
move
through
back
all
to
of our
level
names. He's
update.
like, what's the PSN? I'm like, well, this took a turn.
Good job, Greg.
I tried.
You dropped the ball on that one.
Thank you. I usually drop the ball. It's my nose.
No,
I
you
can't
don't
balance
drop
things.
balls.
I hated that. Almost as high.
Oh my God! Why would you follow it up with that?
I love you, Michael.
Let's move on with the level update, guys.
Thank you. It's sweaty. I don't know why.
All right, next story. We got some new Witcher 3 details. A lot of Witcher 3 details, actually, from the players, which is awesome, that I've played recently. There are many different types of additional weapons that you can pick up in the game. Supposedly, you need a higher level in order to use certain ones in the game. But
Gee,
there
I
are...
never saw that coming.
Yeah, of course. Enemies will parry crossbows, bolts with shields, so that's something you need to keep in mind. And weapons can even be destroyed, but if you go to a craftsman, you can, of course, repair those. Something that you see in many games, of course. There is a skill tree, and it is massive, supposedly.
Yeah.
5 trees.
There are 5 trees. Each has 5 tiers, and each tier contains 5 skills.
Yeah.
Every skill has 3 to 4 levels to unlock. Impossible to unlock it all in one playthrough, is what they're saying. So that's pretty crazy.
I just want to point out that's in each individual skill tree, and that's 125 things that you can upgrade.
Right.
Yeah.
So then that's insane.
Activated skills will affect Geralt's fighting style. Activating a set of skills from the same category will increase those effects. It adds another layer to the preparations and tactical planning, as you have to choose an appropriate set of active skills depending on what kind of opponent you are going to face. There are also 4 slots for mutagens, which also affect your abilities. So this is a deep combat system that we got here.
And I mean, I would expect it to be because it's been in development for forever.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm so excited, dude. It looks
Right, this is my
amazing.
first must-buy of the year.
Yeah.
In May. Comes out in May, guys.
Me and Joe were talking about it on Direct too, and the best part about it is like we haven't played Witcher 1 and 2, but like I'm hoping
No,
that we can jump
this is
into
gonna be
this
my
and
big
love
one,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Temporary companions are quite helpful and even use different fighting styles. For example, one woman that accompanies them waited for the right moment while enemies were focused on Geralt to stab from behind. So this sounds like the AI is pretty awesome. There is dynamic weather. There will be snow, different phases of day and night, different stages of cloudiness and storms, and different types of rain and even morning mist. So they're going all out with that. To detailing any enemy AI even further, the guy who played it here said it's really good. Wolves and bandits spread to cut off all of Geralt's escape routes. If you kill their respective leaders, they end up completely disorganized. One enemy can use himself as a living bait to give the rest of his squad a chance to put Geralt in a corner. And finally, NPC models are very diverse, and interior of every hut looks different, so there will be no feeling of deja vu. I feel like that's something that the Elder Scrolls series has had a problem with, is that feeling of seeing the same characters over and over again, the same NPC
It's almost
models.
like the models, that's what I was going to say. Not so much the characters themselves, but just reusing the same skins. That was the end.
That was the end of the details, yeah.
That was awesome. I'm so excited. Like I said before, I'm really excited for The Witcher 3. I hope it's a series that I can just jump in on now because this game looks like I can lose myself in it.
They say you are okay jumping in on the third one. And then I didn't play them either, so I'm going to do it, dude.
Okay,
so,
good. Yeah, I feel like we'll all hop in there and then we'll check it out for ourselves. But I'm really excited too that the AI is not going to be like a Sheva Alomar from Resident Evil 5. It's going to be an upgraded, like, that's what most excited me about that news, that the AI, hopefully, we'll see what happens when the game comes out, but the AI will be sensical.
Sure.
Is that a word?
Yeah, I think so.
I went with it.
Let's check out the poll results real quick before opening up the next poll. What do we got? What do you guys think about The Last Guardian? Do you think it's going to come this year? Next year? Do you think that it's dead entirely? Uh-oh. He reset it.
No one voted!
No, he reset it. It's okay. Alright, never mind, guys. We'll open up another poll after this.
All that hard work
Yeah.
that you guys put in.
Alright.
Sorry, I didn't
Also, let
know.
me real quick acknowledge some Twitch hearts before we move on to the next.
My vote was the only one that mattered anyway. Care about The Last Guardian and just anticipate it never. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you to full-time Zocker Bro, McKizzle360, the Wanted Bro V, Butthole something or other, Crips Spider, Make You Comment, Manueldus, The Human, Wins095, Texas Boy Rollin', Jason Ho, Fast If Furious, and Gravy Train. Keep those Twitch charts coming, guys. Best way to follow us is at twitch.tv/levelupshow. You can do that there, or if you're watching live from PlayStation, hit that little heart button. And finally, if you want to watch a better quality stream, we only have like 10 people over there right now. It's a much higher quality stream. Go to twitch.tv/the-level-up-network after you follow us on the Level Up Show.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Do we need to put the poll back up?
We have a new poll.
We have a new poll, so you can put up the new one.
So, those of you out there, are you going to pick up The Witcher 3? Does it depend on the reviews? Does it depend on what the price drops? Or do you just not give two shits?
Yeah, it'll take Kristen a second to put that up. Why don't you move on to the next story, Rob?
Absolutely. The World of Tanks has now been announced for the Xbox One. World of Tanks is a free-to-play tank combat game that released on the Xbox 360 last year that... Sorry. I ran out of breath. On the Xbox 360 last year, with the PC version coming out in 2011. It is finally coming over to the Xbox One, and the best part is that there is sharing servers with... Oh, that's pretty cool. Sharing servers with the Xbox 360 version, meaning that it doesn't matter what console you have it on, you can play with both ones, even if your buddies don't have any of the new gen.
Kind of like in the same vein as DC Universe Online with PS3 and PS4.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah.
People who are upgrading to the Xbox 360 from the Xbox 360 version to the Xbox One will be able to carry over their stats and their progress.
Yep.
So all this is good news. I guess it's going to depend on what the price was. I don't know what the price was on Xbox One. Was it like $20?
No, I think it's somewhere around that. It's
I
not
thought
a
it
full
was.
price.
I want to say 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
I know this is like a huge thing. I know a bunch of people that play it. I just never got into it. Did anybody here play it at all?
I'm not interested, but I thought it was cool that they're doing the cross-server stuff, and I really want more games to do.
I wish they
Same
would.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Destiny, as much crap as it gets, does a little bit better. It doesn't do cross-server, but you can easily import and export your character from last gen to current gen.
Yeah.
So I can, if I want to play it on my PS3 and I have the copy, I can go and have the same character on PS3
Yeah,
and
that's
then switch
nice.
it back over to PS4.
I always felt like kind of slated that Call of Duty doesn't do cross servers. Like that's
Right.
such a big.
They would be the
miss.
perfect ones to do it, too.
You need it.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
You know what I really want, something that I've desired for a very long time, is if you're going to do cross multi-platform games, allow us to play with each other. Is that
Yeah.
really so hard to do?
Yeah.
If you can do PC, Xbox One, and stuff like that, doesn't that mean we could probably do PS4, Xbox One, PC, all playing together, even if you're buying the game on different systems?
There's more to it in the architecture than just.
Sure, there's more to it.
I don't think
There's
it's that
definitely
hard.
more
I just
to
think
it,
it's
but it's
scary.
not achievable, dude.
Yeah.
It's not. They can do it.
You think it's achievable?
I totally
I know
think it's
it's
achievable. I
Then
just
why
don't-
don't they do it then?
I don't know. There must be something in maybe like contractually obligated that like makes them not be able to do these types of things.
Yeah.
The technology is there. That I know.
Sure.
With just based on my experience and.
I just think it ruins the
years.
point of individual consoles then. Because then why would you
It
care
does.
about what do you
And I
buy?
think that's probably a large.
The people that only play the Call of Duties and the Assassin's Creed, then what do they buy? Do they buy Xbox One? Do they buy PS4? If I can play with all my friends on no matter what console. I
Yeah,
think
but that's what
like-
inspires exclusives. You know, that's what defines a console.
Yeah.
Multi-platform games, I don't feel like define a console unless you've got exclusive
Yeah,
map packs and stuff like
sure.
that.
I mean, if your console's running 920 when the other ones are 900 when the other ones are 1080, but
I
that's
agree with you.
becoming a little bit of a thing of the past.
I agree with you 100%. But
I
I agree with you 100%. But then it comes back down to a thing where it's like, there are gamers out there like it's so we can't fathom it because we play everything, but there are only people out there that buy Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty that
Yeah.
only buy multi-platform games. Like I still know people that have never touched Uncharted, never touched The Last of Us, never touched any Infamous. Like that's crazy to me and probably all of us. But like, there's people out there that never will play those games that never want to play those games.
Yeah.
So.
Why don't you read the next story, Kristen?
It takes.
Look, you got it. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna challenge you. Can you read it in a British accent?
Project Cars.
I can't read. Whatever comes out, comes out.
I love that answer. Wow,
Project Cars get small delay to April 2nd. That's not.
I'm not sure what that is, but
It was okay.
that sounds like her Bane accent.
After originally having a planned release date of March 17th, Project Cars has been delayed for the second time, now to April 2nd. Slightly Mad Studios released this statement. Moving a release date was not an easy decision to make. As we know, our fans are eager to get their hands on Project Cars, but we know that these extra days will allow us to provide the best game experience that our fans deserve. We assure you the wait will be worth it when the game does arrive in early April.
Yeah.
Bravo,
It was just, yeah, it was a
Kristen.
small delay. It was only like 3 or so weeks. I think it's okay. I mean, delay the game. If you need 3 weeks to polish, take your 3 weeks to polish.
Yeah,
like, you
for
know what
sure.
I mean? Like,
As long as you don't take a year and then release it and it still doesn't work
yeah.
months
Yeah,
later and
true.
we're still waiting on
Yeah.
art version.
Which is a very comparable
Cough.
game, so.
Drive Club.
Yeah.
Cough.
But I think that
I threw Drew off completely.
Yeah, he was like, wait, what do I go?
the part of this that is a little frustrating, I think, for some people is that there's been like 3 delays for this game. So it's like if you're gonna delay a game, try and figure
Do it
out.
once.
Yeah,
Maybe twice. but
Maybe,
3 times
like-
is like pushing it.
Yeah, that's pushing. And even The Witcher has done that. It's like, can't you kind of figure out the first time you're delaying it, like a proper time frame? It's just it looks amateur, and it just looks like you don't know
It's
your
very-
game.
well,
that
very,
well.
very
it's a
unprofessional.
very unique game. It's completely different because
Yeah.
they're making on it. You gotta remember they're making it based on player feedback.
Yeah.
Yo, let's say that you were hugely into racing car games. You owned everything. This is your game. They said we want to know what you want out of this. You said I want this. They gave you a build. I don't like this. They changed that.
Yeah.
I want this instead. They changed that, and it keeps changing and changing.
Yeah.
There could have been a couple things that people just like. I like it, but this could be different. And they're like, okay, it's
Yeah.
your game. We'll make it how you want it.
But at the same time, you can't sink your own ship too at the same time. Like, they should take player feedback, and I know it's a player feedback game, but you can only take it up to a certain point, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until
I
it
agree.
gets to the point where
Again,
it's
it's
like...
not like they're taking an extra year or
Yeah,
even an extra couple
Yeah,
months. It's,
agreed.
It's 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Let's take a look at the pro results, guys. Are you going to be picking up?
Pro
With it
results.
this time.
Are you going to be picking up The Witcher 3?
I think Kristen should do it.
Too late.
I just accidentally hit it by
Yeah, she turned it off, and it's stupid that it does that. If you turn it off, it like resets it. So 37% says
Wow.
it depends on the reviews.
I'm very surprised by that, actually.
Yeah, I'm
It's
surprised.
not very
that's
far off
I'm
from the
not.
pre-order. Pre-order was second.
I'm not.
No interest, 25%.
Well, you
That's
also,
also really weird. I don't get it. Why? This is probably one of the best RPG games that you're going to get on this console.
that's the thing, though, is how many people want to play an RPG right now. I know for me personally, like, RPG, probably all of us go through this. I don't know. Sometimes I get gaming fatigue of certain genres.
Yeah.
And for
sure.
me, when I get my comfort food, like me and Dean were playing Resogun the other day, and to go back into that game, all I have right now is the Resogun itch. Part of me, when we were playing The Order, it's like, I love story, I love cinematics and stuff, but
Yeah,
sometimes
then-
you just need that brainless game
Yeah,
fun.
no, I get that. I get that. But then, like
You know.
I look at what I did with Diablo.
Yeah.
You know, and I dove
Yeah.
right back into that a little bit. I was like,
Yeah.
let's test the waters. I kind of want to play with my buddy. And now I've been obsessed with it
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Yeah.
You know, in the past week, I've made 3 characters hit level 7.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Once
know,
you get wrapped up and invested,
right.
so.
Sometimes people don't know. You don't know what you want
Yeah.
until it's out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
a lot of our
Like you
audience.
said,
too,
Greg, I
is-
have like 6, 7 games sitting on my
Yeah.
shelf, too, but now I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I want Resogun now that I
Give
played
me-
it, which
yeah.
I didn't know
Right.
that I wanted to play until
Yeah.
the DLC
Yeah.
came out.
Exactly.
So maybe when The
100%.
Witcher comes
There's
out,
certain games I know that are going to take my time though, and The Witcher is one of those. Like that is
Yeah.
a game I will put other things aside for that game.
I'm the
For
same
sure.
way. And what's the best part is it's coming out in May, too. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's the perfect time for that game to come out. There's going to be the summer drought of video games like we always have, and I hope a lot of people
Potentially.
pick it up.
Well,
we
no.
might be getting Metal Gear Solid in June.
yeah, dude,
supposedly.
we have Batman in June now. The Witcher's
too.
in May, and that'll last if you really.
Oh, Arkham Knight!
last.
That is my
It's June.
May game, and I hope there's no other big game in May. I
feel
want The
like
Witcher
this
to dominate that month.
That would
Could
be
possibly be like the death of the summer drought.
Yeah.
If things keep going the
They
way
need
are.
to start doing that because I don't understand it. In the West, the summer is when you
I kind of
sell
wish they
just
don't stop
making.
doing it, dude. Sometimes I need that 3
That's
months.
what I'm
to
saying.
just,
That's when I
like,
catch
catch-
up on my backlog.
Yeah,
Now that
yeah,
you guys
that's
just
true.
said all the games I might be playing, I'm
I
kind of
know,
scared.
That's true. All right, guys, we're going to open up the Skype lines, but first, thank you to a new patron.
Ooh.
William has pledged $3. He really wants that jingle.
Yeah.
Gee,
Wants that
busy.
jingle. Thank you, William, so much for your
Do you want
patronage.
to play one of
Thank you.
yours? Do you have one available?
Yeah, I
to
have
play?
Derek right here.
We'll play that in just a moment. First, thank you to Twitch Hearts from King of Waffle,
Send it over to
Mosquito
send it
Ninja,
into the
Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil, XX Nathan, Phazon13, Lucifer Belmont, Omelette du Fromage. Love that name.
What?
dude.
That is awesome.
That is Dexter's Laboratory right there. Felix MN, Da Beaver, 83, Full-Time Zacher Bro, McKizzle, The Wanted Bro V, and we're back to Butthole. So thank you for those Twitch hearts, guys. Keep those coming. Very easy to follow us at twitch.tv/show. You can also heart us live from PlayStation. Just hit that little heart button right now. Your name will pop up on screen and we will shout you out. Also, check out the better quality version of our stream at twitch.tv/the Level Up Network. But the one that you want to follow is the Level Up Show.
Yeah.
All right, we are getting some calls. Let's take some. Jimmy's calling in.
Jimmy.
Gotta find my thing here. There we are.
It's a mouse pad because that works fine.
Jimmy, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, how are you?
Okay, so my first my question is, remember? Okay, so Drew and Mike, my last call I asked, what was the best startup for a console? What is
Yeah.
the best logo for the console?
I have to say PlayStation. I've always really liked the PlayStation logo.
Now,
myself.
here's the thing: are you going for like actually unique logo, or just the way they represent themselves? Because honestly, Nintendo, look at how impactful that logo is.
Yeah, I think that has more to do with the nostalgia than anything, though. And personally, I think all Nintendo is the logo with the oval around it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Look how
Nothing wrong with
impactful Atari was, and
Yeah.
now if you show the Atari symbol, I'm going to guarantee 214 people in our room, 14 people might know what it is.
Yeah.
If you show them 3 logos and one of them is the Atari symbol, only 14 people would actually know what the answer is. The other ones would guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Do you want to sit here, Greg?
Yeah, does that work?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be back in a little bit.
No, that's fine.
I just did a 3-hour stream yesterday. I have to do another one.
That's fine. Greg will
worries.
take
I
Kristen's
make my
seat for now.
You don't have power over there, so just give me the cord.
Okay. Beep, 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 beep.
Ooh, got some more space now.
Sausage fest.
Jimmy, are you still there?
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite logo, man?
Personally, for me, it's the PlayStation 1 logo, because for some reason that just like makes me feel like I'm home, because like PlayStation 1, like it wasn't my first console, but it was like I grew up with that console. I was
Yeah.
like,
No, I completely understand that, man.
I'm not sure how old I got it, but I had it. I don't know how many years I had it, but I grew up with that console. It was like my baby, if that kind of makes sense.
I'm just trying, like, if you look down, like, Atari, Sega, Nintendo, they're basically just the name.
Yeah.
with maybe like a small icon or something
What,
like that.
Atari?
Atari has the like
right,
the
that's
thing.
unique. No, Nintendo,
Yeah.
Sega, I agree with that.
And Sega are just kind of the name, which is nothing wrong with that, and it's very iconic now, especially Nintendo. But the PlayStation logo, all you got to see is that icon. You don't need to see PlayStation.
I feel like more people would know the Xbox logo though than the
PlayStation
one. I'm gonna bet money on that.
Really, I disagree with that. What do you think, Greg?
One more time.
More
sorry,
people recognizing the Xbox logo than the PlayStation logo?
I disagree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
I feel like, I don't know, the PlayStation logo to me, especially...
To us.
No,
We're
no.
not, obviously, as we found in many of our polls and in many of our award segments and everything like that, we are not the masses, unfortunately.
The one thing that I think, to hit the subject a little bit more on the nail here, tooth and nail, we'll say, people.
Yeah.
I think the music of Sony is definitely more recognizable. The startup sounds and stuff like
100%,
that,
yeah.
for sure.
10 times more recognizable than, I think, either of the logos. So if you want to put that debate out there, I think...
Well, that's
Yeah.
what we did. That's what we did the other call. Friday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, the most
But I think the
sold
PlayStation,
console
yeah.
of all time is the PS2,
Yeah.
which isn't that long ago, and I'm sure we have a ton of people in here that were around for the PS2 generation. So for that reason, I have to imagine
Microsoft advertises more.
I know that they advertise more,
And
but
the majority of people would know that more.
I mean, let us know in the chat room, guys, what you think. Is the PlayStation icon more recognizable for you, or is the Xbox logo more recognizable? Rapid Exchange says everyone that knows the Xbox logo has to know the PlayStation logo. Yeah, I think that, if you know the Xbox logo, you probably know the PlayStation logo, right? I mean, you're probably a gamer at that point.
Again, they changed their logo.
Yeah.
So,
What, the PlayStation?
yeah.
No, PlayStation doesn't change its logo. The way that the
Right, the
PS2
intro.
is written
Right.
changes, or PS3 or whatever, but the icon of PlayStation
No, I know
never
that.
changes.
I know
Yeah.
that. Again,
Yeah.
look at the demographic of our viewer base and the world. You know, how many parents still call the new console the PlayStation or even the Nintendo?
That changes every generation.
Right.
You know, whatever one is in the lead is the console that people
but
name.
with
mainstream.
Xbox being so advertised more than Sony is right now, honestly, the logo for Xbox is more advertised.
It's a very interesting subject, and it's something we can know for sure. We would have to do a mass survey to figure this out.
I would
but
love to do that.
yeah, but guys, let us know in the chat room what you think on that regard. Let's take another call here. Oh no, Jimmy's still on the line. Jimmy.
One more thing.
Yeah, go
One
ahead.
more thing. So actually, there's who's that one, the main person in Little Big Planet, like the Sack Boy thing?
Yeah, Sackboy. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, he's actually an Easter egg in 1886.
Yep.
In chapter 3, you go into this little room, and then there would be this little Sackboy that kind of looks like Sackboy from Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
you can pick them
definitely.
up and everything too.
Yeah,
Pretty
definitely. And they also have a poster of Kratos. I haven't gotten to those points yet, but I love when the Sony teams kind of acknowledge each other in little
Right.
ways. Unfinished Swan, I remember in that one.
Last of Us did it a little bit with
Yeah.
Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, that was their
I'm
own
trying to-
series, but I like that in Unfinished Swan, you go to a telescope at the end and you zoom in on another planet, and if you zoom in close enough, you see the Journey character standing
Oh, really?
on the
Oh,
planet.
yeah.
That's pretty
I
cool.
love
Yep.
that. Like, I love
Love
little things like that. So I those are cool, and I hope that more Sony developers do that in studio.
Agreed.
All right, Jimmy, thanks for the question. That was a really good one, man.
Alright,
See you later.
see you guys.
We love you.
See
That
you,
was
man.
actually a 5-minute call, so we should probably move
Yeah,
back to
definitely.
the level update here. Guys, we will open back up the Skype lines in a second. Let's move back to the level updates. Next story. What do we got here? Oh, my favorite story.
You're gonna kind of have to sum this up or go quickly through because this is a lot.
It looks like a lot, but I can go through it quickly. So the Final Fantasy 15 demo, which was 45 minutes long, it showed a lot of content and a lot of new stuff for the combat system, and also for camping, all different kinds of stuff. So something that you can see in battle is that there is a lock-on system. That you can lock onto your enemy. It's very important when you have this 3D camera system and all that kind of stuff. You need the lock-on. So I'm glad that they're incorporating that.
Agreed.
There's also a red encounter gauge to let you know when you're getting close to enemies. You can run from enemies. It's very simple. You just run, and that's
Right.
it. And then you'll get experience points if you kill certain enemies, and the ones that you didn't, you don't get experience points for.
And the sound Run Forest Run plays in the background. Not confirmed.
What was that?
Run Forest
He's
Run
being
plays.
an
I'm
idiot.
being.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure there. The triangle button is assigned to abilities like dodge, stuff like that, but it uses MP. So the more you dodge, the more your MP is going to go down really quickly. You have to be careful of that. Defending, using magic, of course, also like actual enemy attacks like fire will use MP. The two party members during this demo here, at one point you can see them help each other while trying to move Noctis into a specific position away from the enemies. That's really cool that they have that kind of AI in the game. And you, like Kingdom Hearts, you can control the AI where you go into a menu, it's like, I want them to heal me when I get this low, or to revive me when this happens.
Which is very convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. They're calling it like a more expanded Gambit system from Final Fantasy XII. Even within the same monster series, species, you can get many different physical sizes and even different move sets. You can parry enemies, which is also cool. You see that multiple times in this little video here. Go back to the main screen here. You can change weapons mid-battle. So you basically set up like a card system where you go into the menu and you set up the sequence of weapons. And then as you're tapping through them, it creates this different combo system depending on how you ordered them.
Is it kind of in that, we talked about this the other night too, kind of in the vein of Chain of Memories in Kingdom Hearts, right?
It kind of like that a little bit, yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
The blue shiny things on the environment are items you can pick up. There's so many things on the HUD actually. You can place markers because this is essentially open world now.
Yeah.
So you can have like you know directions that you need to go in. Like I can mark a cave or an enemy or a hunt. We'll get to that in a little bit. The goal of the demo is to get enough money to get your car back, which is with the mechanic. Her name is Sydney.
Yeah.
She's the Sid of this game, and you don't get to control the car at all in this demo. They removed it, and they made the point of the demo to make enough money to get the car back.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool. When your HP hits 0, you don't immediately die. You go into a certain status, and when that finishes, you die for reals.
Damn.
So your partners and stuff can help you out there. Camping is one of the coolest things, I think. You have this whole meal system. Ignis is your cook, but he can level up his cooking abilities, become a better cook.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Level up.
I'm sorry. But it's very important camping in the game because that is how you level up. You can go through the entire game without leveling up, supposedly. Thank you.
No worries, Drew is taking a quick drink break because he forgets to. I want to point out that during this time, you can all watch him as he drinks Lemon Lime Gatorade. I love you all. This show is sponsored
Lemon
by
Lime
Gatorade.
That's my favorite of all Gatorades. So you get experience points in battle, but the only way to actually get those experience points and level up from them is to sleep during camping, to eat, all those kind of things.
Which is awesome.
Very cool. I like it.
Very realistic.
And those camps are also how you fast travel. So
cool,
when you
cool.
activate a camp, you can
Almost
fast
like
travel.
Tomb Raider.
Like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And finally, you can avoid camps to do certain challenge playthroughs, like a non-level playthrough, which would be insanely difficult, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh.
There was also
Don't
a
tackle
very
that.
short Q&A session. Some of the better questions I summed up here. What's the frame rate resolution? They are aiming for the top, which would be 1080p, 60 frames per second. I'm imagining they will probably hit 1080p, 30
How can
frames
they
per second.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping they hit at least.
Yeah.
They wanted them to talk a little bit more about the size of the map. He said, I really don't know. Our map creator said 10 times bigger, but that's probably playing it safe. The whole map is probably somewhere between 10 to 20 times larger
Which is
than the demo.
insanity.
That is insanity. How much stuff is there to do? In the demo he's talking about alone, there's finding Phantom Swords. After you beat the main stuff, there is an ending. When that finishes, there's stuff unlocked for the demo for you to go back and do. They're saying it's going to be like a 3-hour demo.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty
And
cool.
with all this content in it too, it's 3 hours probably for just the story content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any kind of data carrying over to the main game, he said, nope. You can, however, save in the game if that's how long it is. You can actually save in the game.
Okay.
Is there anything that you might be able to do with that save in the final game? Probably. So hold on to your save, guys, if you are getting the demo. Airships. Everybody wants to know about airships. Are they trying to make that happen still? He said, we've been working on that in the demo, but no. But once that's out, well, they might start working on it some more after the demo. What percent is the game done? This is the one that people are kind of a little nervous about. He says 60%. But he said that it could jump to 80% out of nowhere, whatever that means.
That's not
How do you
bad,
get into
though,
the demo?
still.
You buy Final Fantasy Type 0 HD.
Is that the only way to get into the demo?
Yes.
As of right now.
As far as I know, yes.
They said absolutely 100% that's the only way you'll be able to play.
Digitally, you have 2 months. The first 2 months of the digital demo is how you get the demo, and physically, they're doing a few runs of the physical demo, the physical game Type 0 HD,
That's what I read.
and then they will stop offering it with the physical.
Yeah.
disc.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They said the day one edition of Type 0.
Yeah. They said they probably would do like a few like shipments of it, and then it's over. Yeah. So if you guys want it, definitely get it in the first couple months if you want to have this demo.
Absolutely.
It looks awesome, and it's got a lot of content, so check it out. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't care about this one.
No?
No.
Okay.
But the Destiny player has now solo completed Chrono's End on hard, and no one cares. Destiny player known as the Legend himself was the first to solo Chrono's End on normal, and now he's the first to accomplish the same feat on hard as well. He said there was much less luck in this run than it may seem. First of all, this took dozens of hours to perfect and accomplish, and secondly, most of the seemingly random aspects in the Crota fight can be influenced in some way by careful gameplay. I doubt many who watch this will fully appreciate the difficulty of the challenge, but I strongly encourage you to try. I definitely do appreciate it, and I think this is really cool, and I give him a lot of credit for it. I'm done caring about Destiny right now.
Yep.
I don't care.
Let's talk about the other Destiny story that happened recently that DragonCon shared with us yesterday.
Oh,
Did you
very
hear
sad.
about the boy that had all of his characters deleted by his SharePlay
This was so
partner?
sad.
No.
I don't disbelieve it.
Yeah. It's 100% real. It's online.
I know,
There's a
I'm
video
just
on
saying,
it.
yeah.
Let me give you a break. I'll summarize the story for
Go
everybody. So this 11-year-old boy, he worked his buttocks off. He got 3 Destiny characters all the way up, one of them to 36, one of them to 32, and I believe another one he was very close. I think he was at 28 or 29. This guy befriended him on the Destiny servers, chose to go ahead and play with the kid. He was playing with him for a while. He ends up becoming friends with the kid so well enough that the kid ends up trusting him. He share plays his game with the guy. The guy, for the hour that he's share playing with this kid, grabs control of his character, goes back to the vault, and deletes all of his exotic weapons, deletes his character's progression, starts deleting all of his banners, all of his armor, which if you don't know and you haven't played Destiny, this is days, if not weeks or months of playtime that you have to get all of this.
Yeah,
For
it's
me,
like,
it's months.
It's a lot,
that's
it's a lot of
that's
luck.
what I'm saying.
There's a guy I know, one of the guys I played with,
Mhm.
he played the equivalent of what an average person will probably play, literally, and I'm not exaggerating, over the course of a year.
Yeah.
He deleted characters
Yeah.
to make new ones just to run certain things that you can only run once a week.
Yeah.
So he would delete them to run and try to get a better chance at it, and he wouldn't get it. So there's certain things that takes a while to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the shining light out of this darkness of the story is that the internet sometimes is helpful and sometimes comes through, and they're making a petition for this kid to Bungie to try to get some of his characters back. Maybe they have a backup server or something. We don't really know the logistics of that game, but I'm hoping in some way, shape, or form they can.
So what was
Get
this
back
guy's
his characters.
motives? What
Oh, he was
That's
just an
exactly.
asshole.
Rapid Exchange
No
is
agenda.
asking, like, why
No
would
agenda.
somebody do
Because
this?
he's an asshole. Because
Right.
he's trolled.
Just to be
was
malicious.
he filming it? He
Just to be malicious. The
Ba-
kid was streaming his game, so he did
Right.
it while the kid was streaming, so everybody could see him
Basically,
do
the
it.
gist some people are taking from it is that it was kind of supposed to be payback to the kid because the whole entire point of the share play was that this person was saying, I can help you glitch your character to be a higher level.
Yeah.
And then the kid opened up the share play because he believed this person would help him be able to glitch it,
That's
and then the
just-
person, when he walked away for a moment, took
Right.
This
destroyed his
sucks.
character.
And the
Yeah.
person that did this, I honestly hope that their system crashes
Yeah.
and Sony won't fix it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'll say.
Well,
for
that's the
them.
thing. At least
But,
the video's online, so maybe they can find this guy and
Right.
delete all his stuff and ban him from Destiny.
That's what I'm hoping happens with this petition.
my second thing is, I mean, I get he's 11, but you can turn share play off. It's
Yeah.
not like you can. Here's the process to delete something in Destiny. You don't have to play much, but to delete an item in Destiny, especially like the legendary, the exotic ones,
Yeah.
you have to hold down a button
Yeah.
for like 5 seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
So the kid's gonna see that he's doing this, and what is he gonna do? So they're saying, no, stop.
Well,
Don't do that.
he came back
No.
halfway through. He deleted the majority of his content for his level 36 character.
32.
He got level 32, and then when he got to the level 29 character, he started deleting some of the stuff, and he stopped him about halfway through. I think one of his legendary weapons. Or
So
something
this
like that.
kid would.
He went upstairs to go get food.
See,
so he left.
this was dumb.
Yeah.
So this kid did something stupid. Now,
He shouldn't have left it.
Right,
he was
shouldn't have left
trustworthy.
it.
He's an
Right.
11-year-old kid, though. It's
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
That's
is
the
that he
thing
took
is he was
advantage.
taken advantage of because.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I'm not defending
Oh,
this
I
guy.
know you're
This
not.
guy's an asshole.
Yeah, no.
But don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this kid was dumb. Like,
Unfortunately, he's the one who has to teach this lesson to other people. But yeah, obviously, guys, you can't trust the strangers on share play.
No.
No matter how long you've talked to them, even people do these long cons and stuff like this. It's just you can't trust anybody on the internet.
Not everyone can be a Greg on the internet.
No, don't take a chance. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just sad and it's unfortunate. I hope
Yeah.
Bungie can do something for him.
I hope so too. Yeah, Dean, you want to read the next story, man?
Yeah, sure, dude. Where are we at here?
We're on a
Green.
Halo 5 story.
Oh, right. The image from the
Yeah.
commercial. Image from future live-action Halo 5 commercial leaks. An image has leaked on Reddit from Halo 5 Guardians. It depicts a collapsed Master Chief surrounded by rubble with Agent Locke looking on. Although different in design from Halo 3, the monument that Master Chief is leaning against seems very similar to the memorial at the end of that installment. considering that 343 Industries has taken artistic liberties with many other aspects of the series, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Also, there is no confirmation on what this picture might be from. The assumption is that it will be used in the first Halo 5 live-action trailer, but there's also a possibility that it could be a story from the cutscene of the game.
I hope it's from Halo 2 Nightfall.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was like, I was like, this could take a turn.
That was awful. What a
Halo
prophecy that was.
Halo always has the best live-action commercials. So
easily,
yeah.
yeah.
now, do you
For
think
some reason they
do you
can't
think
get
this is a
shorts.
memorial at the end of Halo
Oh, this
3?
is easily a memorial at the end of
Yeah.
it.
It's definitely different. If you look at the picture from Halo 3, they are changing it for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, only a little bit though. Like the whole overall feel of it, it's definitely the same memorial.
Yeah. So yeah, 343 has changed a few things with the series, and that's fine.
That was like one of the most emotional things for me, like seeing that memorial at the end of Halo 3, and it's just like no, like you're like kind of hoping, and you like, I can't imagine they kill him up, but it's just like ugh.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's open up back the Skype lines. Go ahead, guys. Call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces.
I'm not a big fan of them, like, this trend where, like, they feel the need to kill off these characters in games. Like,
What do you mean?
like why? Like,
Like
why?
who?
Like, it doesn't, it's,
Why?
like, it's not a film, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to end the trilogy, like, and then the hero
Well, that's the whole thing.
dies.
Is
Like, why,
we're
dude?
now at the renaissance of gaming, where most people like Drew. We're not most people. Most older gamers, people that have been in the industry for and encompass games into their lives for a long time,
Right.
kind of want more out of it. They're tired of button mashing and doing the same thing over and over again, repetitive. So they want something more substantial. So you have to have story to it. And everybody knows that kind of at the core of a good story after a while is a really traumatic experience, something that really
Yeah, I
affects you
understand that,
forever.
but, like, Super Mario's been around for how long, dude? No one
Yeah.
ever felt the need to be like,
I agree.
he took a fireball to the chest. At the,
Hold on one second, guys. We got Alex on the line here.
What's up, Alex?
How you doing, Alex?
Hey guys.
What is going on, man? What do you want to talk about tonight?
I actually just wanted to call in and say hi to all of you.
That's
Oh,
awesome,
cool.
man. No, you've been a very active
Yeah.
member for.
Is this Alex
Alex Bustos.
Bustos?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Alex Bustos is my boy.
Yeah.
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 That's me.
Yeah, that's me.
He's not my boy, he's my man.
He is, dude. Alex is my boy.
Since we're on the topic of Halo, man, are you at all interested in Halo 5 Guardians?
Yeah, I am, but technically I don't have an Xbox One yet.
Is it something you're considering buying in the future?
Yeah, I'm considering about it.
What would push you like over the fence to get an Xbox One?
I'm not sure really.
Nah. You're more of a PlayStation guy overall?
Yeah, I've never actually brought an Xbox One or any Xbox into my house.
Damn, it sounds like it's a.
He is an Xbox quarantine
it's
zone.
like-
Yeah.
If you've been touched by Microsoft, you are not allowed in. Gate
Splatters
closed.
green blood on the
Yeah,
front
yeah.
door. You do
Yeah,
not
basically.
access
The green
this.
X is on the front door. I'm okay with that.
Basically
I
grew up
think-
with PlayStation.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Microsoft might be thinking Halo is going to be the thing that brings a lot of people over, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's
I
going
wanted
to
to
happen.
not. What did I say a long time ago? They need to stop putting so many eggs in Master Chief's basket.
Yeah,
it's
like
true though.
they really do. Like he's getting overburdened.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to be the one that does it. I don't think this is going to be the game that pushes people
They
towards
need to
Xbox.
start investing. Microsoft's problem is they put too much hope and faith in their one IP. Like, give us some new original stuff.
Yeah.
Give us more Sunset Overdrive. Give us more Sunset Overdrive is what I said there, everybody. Give us more of that. Give us some more original stuff. And that wasn't even them. That was Insomniac. So like,
Yeah.
I want to see more Microsoft first party stuff that actually excels. Give us some more flagship characters. Sony's doing it right now.
Definitely.
The Order,
Yeah.
Uncharted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right,
Everything's
Alex.
So good reviews.
Thanks for calling in, man. It's nice to hear from you.
Alright, good talking to
We
you.
love you, Alex.
See you later, man.
Love you guys too.
See you later.
I love when they say it back.
Aw, so sweet.
Why? Because no one else does.
Yeah. Grandma, I'm looking at you.
Let's take one more call on Skype, guys. Feel free to call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces.
That is so
No
good.
spaces, no underscores, no exclamation points, but you can shout at us the Level Up Show.
You're-
That too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. We got, I'm not sure how to say the name, but... Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Doing great, man. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Couple of things. One thing is how you guys were talking about how Xbox and PlayStation, like how the first party games are not really going for Xbox.
Yeah.
Why do you think so? That
Why do we think that the first-party
The-
games?
Microsoft's first-party
Like,
games
new
aren't apparent.
games
They're
and
not. They
stuff
are.
are not
We're
coming out
Microsoft's first party.
Xbox 360 alone.
I think we have a little bit of a while to wait. They are working to
Yeah.
create studios. They've got Twisted Pixel. We're going to talk about that a little later. They've got Rare working on things. But when you start a studio, you don't see the outcome of that for years.
No, and the problem with Microsoft is they relied too much on their big giant wallet and less on their creativity and
Yeah.
actual risk, I guess
Yeah.
you could say, whereas Sony was like, we're all about this industry, we're going to dive headfirst into it. We're all about, and they were like that on the PS3 too.
Yeah.
But Microsoft was really trying to get those devs in on every different angle, so they didn't need to.
Yeah.
They had a lot, look at the whole thing with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
The whole, first on whatever started with Microsoft.
Mhm.
They were the first ones to ever do anything like that, and that was with the Call of Duty maps.
Yeah.
They were the first one, first on Xbox or exclusive on Xbox or whatever that thing is. So they relied too much on their wallet and less on, actually having in-house talent.
Yeah.
I also
I
agree
agree
with
with
you, and I'm hoping that like things more like them investing in Ori and the Blind Forest, for instance, is something that they continue to do because I think
Got
they
a
need
month,
to
right?
in order to. What was that?
We got a month for that?
Yeah.
Exactly a month actually. I think.
And it's not full-on exclusive, but still console
Yeah,
exclusive
but still
is something.
Yeah, exactly. And if they can add more stuff like that, and then maybe take some ideas from that kind of thing and
Sure.
bring it over their way, I think that would only benefit them in the end.
I agree
So
completely.
excited for Ori.
Oh,
I am too.
Wait.
That's a game I will pick up on Steam.
Me
The
same
second
way.
game I'll ever
Are
pick
you
up
going to
on
stream
Steam.
it on Steam?
I am going to try, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Awesome. First PC game you ever stream, I think,
Yeah,
right?
they will be, yeah. I'm going to try it out, see how
I'm
it
still
works.
waiting on Gone Home on PS4 if that ever comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a PS4 lover. I don't know why. I just love it.
It just happens. It's something that just happens.
Xbox has its benefits.
Yeah.
So don't take it like there's nothing good
Yeah.
with it, but
But I'll be truthful. When I first got Xbox, I had
Somebody else
Xbox
made it.
360 the first time it ever came out. I think I brought it back to the store 3 or 4 times because it would break down on me, and then
That's
I
crazy.
eventually just stopped and said, "Give me my money back."
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
right.
Dude, you know what? I love my Xbox. I love all. I was just saying this to Puss in the chat. I owned all the last gen consoles. I own all this gen consoles. I'm like,
Same.
I'm a multi-platform gamer, but I have no problem with saying I prefer to play my games on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should never be a problem.
Last
though, to
console
say, yeah.
generation, I said I prefer to play on Xbox 360.
There's nothing wrong with
He
that.
argued me to death, but I still
No,
stood by
totally,
it.
dude. Last gen, I was 360. I had my
Oh, what?
PlayStation 3 for exclusives only.
Right, and that was it. It was just sat
And
there.
it's like
and Blu-ray.
It's fine. There's a difference between being a part of the console war and just having a preference.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah, having a preference doesn't make you a fanboy.
Right.
A fanboy is a console warrior. As
Right.
somebody who goes out and is like,
That's a
like,
that's a fucking.
I
cool
pictured
name,
like
man.
I pictured like them painting themselves like we are.
no,
Spartan,
like
but we are
literally, like that's
Dude,
you.
like
you are going
white
out like
stormtrooper like armor with like green accents all over
Easily,
it.
easily.
Yeah.
No, that's-
Master Chief sword in it.
fanboys are console
Console
warriors.
warriors.
Console
It
warrior.
is what it is.
Good respawn
sure.
that. Pat
All right.
pending the Level Up Network.
Thanks for calling in, man. We're gonna wrap up this
Yep.
Skype segment.
All right.
See you later.
We're in the business of loving Live for You 2000.
That's not at all what that name
I
is.
Live
tried,
at
guys.
2000.
Wait, what was that?
Guys, the Skype lines are down now. Let's take a short commercial break real quick. Dean, if you could activate that.
Do I do it in the chat?
Dean will do it. He's got it.
If you can find it.
I have
There
so
it
many
is.
tabs up.
I know. I was like, which one is it?
We're good.
Somebody
we're
said to me The Witcher,
All right,
The
secret
Order,
word.
and Bloodborne. Can we make it a green?
Huh?
After the girl from The Order?
Do it. Go ahead. What?
The secret word is Igraine.
spoilers.
Not at all.
No, it's just the girl from The
I'm just
Witcher.
kidding, dude.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
Wait,
I'm like, I hope I didn't
Why
spoil
does
it.
anyone take me seriously anymore? I'm baffled by it.
Because you're just so lovable that I only think the truth comes out of your mouth hole. To be
No,
honest.
quite the opposite, in fact,
Yeah.
Greg. My sweet
I'm
innocent
learning
Greg.
slowly but surely.
I know what our next secret word is going to be for our next one.
I'm trying to pace you.
Yeah.
What is it? Do I have to? No, just spread.
Breathe,
Yeah.
sir. Breathe.
I think we're back.
Colin keeps asking me to poke your face. I don't know why. I'm just gonna poke it real quick. I'm rubbing it,
Welcome
Colin.
back, Level Uppers.
This is a good scene to come back on.
To Level Up Show. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you like us at any point, make sure to follow us like these people did. We had Turbo, RIL.
Turbo.
Or, sorry, IRL in real life, I think. that
Love
is.
you.
Alexis 928.
You're beautiful.
Evans 714.
God, did you see his hair?
Harry Balsack.
I love that more than my life.
I
see
bet you
what
do.
it did.
Moochie Man 98.
I love Moochie.
Sparby 91.
I like your Barbie.
Dan 1280 Gaming.
Dan is the man.
Mary 123471.
Mary's quite contrary.
Layla 888.
Layla is my girl.
Twisted King 56.
He's friends with Beauty and the Beast.
Funeral Party today.
I like that he played The Last of Us.
Gamer Nation 2513.
I also like 2-1.
Biz Bray 13.
Brick Breaker.
Supernatural 009.
Love you more than my life.
And we're back to King of Waffle.
And King of Waffles is still my favorite name, everybody.
Thank you for all those Twitch charts, guys. Keep those coming.
I saw a picture today that actually reminded me of that. Waffles are just pancakes with abs.
Oh, yeah.
Waffles are so much better than pancakes.
Especially the
I
Belgian
disagree.
waffles.
I don't know. I think
I
French
entirely
toast
disagree.
is my favorite.
The room has been
French
split.
toast is 100% my favorite.
Are you a waffle guy too?
I'm
wait.
Belgian. Waffles
Waffle or
all
French toast?
the
The
way.
good side of the room over here.
Waffles
Wait,
or
wait,
French
wait,
toast?
wait.
Waffles.
Get the fuck out of
Waffles
here.
over French toast?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Easily.
Dude,
You guys are
waffles.
insane.
You get butter and syrup in all those crevices.
You get it on the French toast? dude?
It soaks it right in.
Yeah,
No.
it's so much better.
Kristen,
Kristen,
you have to
waffles,
end this.
pancakes, or French toast?
She's gonna say neither.
Either pancakes or French toast.
No!
Yeah!
Yep! No!
Three versus two.
Yeah,
And Chris is
yeah.
more important, so she counts as two.
Damn
So
it.
4 versus 2.
Bogey votes waffles.
Yeah! Thank you,
Bogey,
Bogey.
you win. I
Don't
love
get
you.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like waffles.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
We're pitting them against each other.
Yeah.
There's no contest.
French toast.
If I'm at a buffet, I will go for the French toast over the waffle.
I
We
would
win.
French
No,
toast
we
and
win because
French
Parks and
toast and
Recreation, Amy Poehler, Leslie Knope is an avid waffle.
Waffed.
Waffle. She loves the waffles and waffles.
Wafted the
She
Well,
wants the waffles.
They also hate calzones.
Is she
No,
in
they
the
love
room?
calzones. Ben loves them.
Ben loves
loves
calzones.
them.
True.
Leslie Nope hates them.
This is true.
So, whose side are you on now, Greg?
Leslie
Calzones are
Knope.
dope.
Nope, 2016.
Okay, you never can get a calzone again.
Well, Wesley
I'm okay
Nope
with
is
that.
not in the womb right now, Greg.
he said.
Guys, if you want to, Eagle Eye Shooter, thanks for the Twitch art. If you guys want to follow us like all those people just did, go to twitch.tv/Level Up Show. You can follow or subscribe there. And if you're watching live from PlayStation, just hit that little heart button. You will pop up on screen. We will shout you out. And if you want to check out a better quality version of the stream, go to twitch.tv/Level Up Network. It's at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Heart us on both, guys. Do that. Also, we're on Twitter. We're on YouTube, which is really important. Go to youtube.com/The Level Up Show. Level spelled LVL. Dean will plug it all night long because it's very, very important. Subscribe there.
Apparently, he
Yeah.
loves doing exclamation point anything.
Yes. We have our t-shirt shop. You can see two
Yes.
t-shirts right here. Level Up Show there and
Keep calm and level up.
Go to levelupshow.spreadshirt.com to check those out. And finally, the most important one of all, William became a patron tonight, a $3 patron. Thank you so
Wait,
much.
Tempest, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh
was.
my
Was it
God.
Tempest?
I can't
Nice.
wait to
Tempest.
write your jingle.
Awesome.
GBZ coming at ya.
So go to patreon.com/the-Level Up
What do you
Network.
think that you're going to
Become a patron like
I
Tempest.
don't know. What I do is, just to let you into my thing again, like I said the other night, I put my iPod on shuffle. The first rap song that comes up, that's what I look up the instrumental track for, and I go with it.
Yeah.
It just goes. GBZ the rapper.
Yeah.
Just flow. Let it flow.
Oh, you never played your
Well-
thing. He has it. He put it in your.
Oh, I emailed it to you
Gmail.
so you can play it through the thing.
Pull it up. You should play it.
Okay.
Hold up. Wait a minute for something and something. I ain't trying to get all up in it, saying like, oh, but.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to play a jingle that Greg wrote for Derek. This is an example of what you guys can get
Oh,
for
God.
becoming a $3 patron.
This one is for the boys and the powwows. Entrepreneur in a mouth. Secret power.
It's the Level Up Network.
So excited for this.
This is so
Easy.
entertaining.
This one is for Derek with the gaming system, calling us always, dropping all his wisdom. When he pull up in the hub, he be blazing up. Got questions on deck, he be saying sup. And he ill, he real, he might got a deal. He be teaching kids with his mad teaching skill. He woke, he spoke, he's a nice bloke. Asking great questions with that nice kid approach. He be talking with his lip, met him on a trip. Think he can flip, hugging with a grip. Yeah, he's that kind of dude, always giving more. And yes, he's a gamer down to his core. We met in NYC, he's a hell of a guy. Yes, it really was sad when we said goodbye. I mean, he was so cool, he looked good in the tie. He got us all amiibo that he really did buy. Oh, yes he did. Somebody please tell him who the non-box is. He is Derek, Harbella is his pup. From Canada, yup, now drop the deuce up. Derek, every game you did play. Rising up the champ and he's coming your way. Can't you hear him boost, 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 boost. He's got that super grace. Boost, 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 boost. He's all up in your face. Thank you, Derek, from all of us for taking your money and giving it to us. Oh, boost, 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 boost. There was your Derek close up. Boost, 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 boost. Always make sure to level up.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. That is what you guys can
You're
get
absolutely ridiculous.
I love it.
for
I
becoming a
love being
$3
here.
patron like Tempest did tonight. And there are a ton of other rewards you guys can get. You can donate anywhere from $1 to whatever you want dollars. And there are different things you can get for the higher you get in tier. So thank you so much, guys, for becoming a patron. All those patrons.
Thank you, BMC. I tried real hard.
We're now at $185 a month. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so much,
sick.
everybody. $250 does get us to do an entirely new show on our channel. Keep that in mind. All right, let's move on to the next level update here. This is a cool one, I think.
Yeah.
So, Project Morpheus, we're really excited about that. We're going to be getting definitely some new information on it at GDC
Thank God.
because they're doing a 4-hour presentation.
And we're going to be talking about GDC extensively next week, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to do predictions, the same thing we do every year from now on probably with GDC. So let's talk about it a little bit. Sony is bringing back Project Morpheus to this year's Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, now with updated information on the VR headset that promises to expound new applications for the VR side of their PlayStation ecosystem. This session will focus on updates since last year's Project Morpheus GDC presentation and will give developers new information about creative opportunities when designing VR experiences for PlayStation 4. Topics covered will include updated game design information, the use of PlayStation peripherals in VR, and the unique social experiences possible only with Project Morpheus. I'm very curious what our level uppers think the price will be for this thing.
I know what we think.
Yeah, I still think that if it's a standalone thing, they have to hit 200. But if they were to do like with No Man's Sky and maybe the PlayStation camera, I think 250 would be very compelling.
I'm going to go $50 higher at 250,
Uh-huh.
and then 300 with the camera and
Yeah.
maybe a game. I'm not sure if it's.
That would still be tempting, for sure. I think that would be tempting enough that I would be on the fence about it.
You were
But if
so
it was,
against that.
If
You
it was
were
200,
so
I'm
against
on board for sure. If it's 200, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said I'll give you $20 not to sing. Thank you. I love you. My
Yes,
voice.
the voice of an
Wrong,
angel.
man.
Thank you. I'm
There's
heading.
no auto tune.
I'm heading
Take
to
that,
Broadway.
Kanye West.
Yeah, that's true.
For as
Somebody-
godlike as he is, he relies on computers a lot.
As you just said that, somebody also wrote Greg's the new Kanye. So I don't know how we.
I
feel
don't know.
about
I don't like that. I don't think God needs a computer to sing.
If I'm the new Beyonce, I'll be okay with that.
No.
Go ahead, man.
Why would you want to imitate that stupid hack, dude?
Oh my God! Yes, that just happened.
You're going to offend a lot of people. There are a ton of Kanye
So
West
I've
fans.
learned, dude. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking
No,
about
you're saying
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh, okay. That hurt too. I mean, God.
Just purely just trying to make that face right there happen. I'm very
It's going to be all right, buddy. It's going to be all right. Go ahead, Mike.
An analyst predicts that PS4 will
Outsex?
I'm looking at Xbox.
Okay.
Will outsell Xbox One by 29 million by the year 2019, according to recent research and analysis at Strategy Analytics. They are predicting that by 2019, the PS4 will be outselling the Xbox One by 29 million, with the PS4 being at 80 million consoles sold and the Xbox One at 57 million consoles sold. That would be a 40% lead for Sony over Microsoft. And the reason the analysis is using 2019 as a basis is because that is when they think both consoles will peak in sales, although there will continue to be modest growth following that. I don't know. I don't disagree that Sony is winning now,
Yeah.
and will likely continue to win given Microsoft's stubbornness.
Mhm.
I don't know, that's a lot. It's been a good
40% is a lot, but I actually think it's going to be more than that. I honestly do. Yeah, I really do. I think that Sony is going to have a very similar generation to PS2. I don't think it's going to be quite to that level, but I think that it's going to be similar to that. So I don't know. That's just me. Are you still?
Yeah.
Are you?
I was trying to freeze the whole time.
Okay.
My cheeks really hurt now.
What do you think? Do you think that 40% lead by 2019 for PlayStation is realistic, unrealistic?
I think it's 100% realistic.
Do you think that it might be undershooting it, actually? I think it might be undershooting it.
I think if anything, I think it's definitely going to hit that market. If anything, I think it's going to sell even more.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too, actually.
I have faith in this system.
Yeah.
And if the console generation, this one is going to last just as long as the other one did, why not? How
The
could it
thing
not?
is, if it could sell 20 million the first year,
Yeah.
and PlayStation 4 didn't have the best exclusive year at all. Like, it had Infamous Second Son, Last of Us Remastered,
Yeah.
Drive Club.
Yes.
Like, it did not have an amazing
Disaster.
exclusive
Order.
year.
Oh, wait.
The Order was this year. But overall,
I'm saying
this
it
year
was
has
pushed back.
a lot of games. Not just The Order, which, I mean, some people are really enjoying, including me. But you have Bloodborne next month. You've got Uncharted at the end of the year. You got Witness. You got Rime.
Oh.
You got tons of games this year for PlayStation exclusively. So this is the year they're going to probably sell a lot better than last year.
I never thought a list of games could turn me on more than the list that Drew just said.
Yeah. It is
I'm being
going to be a good generation.
This
Yeah.
is, I'm so
It's a solid year. This is
And
one of the best
just-
years I can
Here's
remember.
what's nuts, dude, is it's like, remember when like the PS3 and the 360 first came out and like you saw whatever, like God of War 3 and you're like, this, how could it ever look better than this?
Yeah.
Like, that's where we are right now on the
With the
PS4,
Order,
so
right.
like, Oh my
when we saw the
gosh.
order, it was like
I-
we are in next gen now. This is next gen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily. The Order is, like I said before, the most visually stunning video game I've ever seen in my life.
And it's the beginning.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
This is
mind blowing.
this is gonna be 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
even at 2 years yet.
Yeah, it's gonna
But
be
this
2
will
years
be
in the
here.
Very,
Yeah.
very young.
That's sick.
This
yeah,
is sick.
it's really nuts to think about.
I'm wondering if Uncharted 4 can top the Order in graphical.
I think it
fidelity.
will. I think it will. So if I'm being honest with you, I think Naughty Dog has been at the forefront of graphical engines and storytelling for now the entire console generation, even going back to PS1 with Crash Bandicoot. Like,
Yeah.
just such good games. And they put themselves on the map with the Uncharted series and The Last of Us. And if I just think Uncharted 4 is going to be amazing. From what they've showed us so far, how can you not?
I don't think it'll top it graphically because of it not being fully linear and because it has branching paths, and on top of that, it's not doing the letterbox.
Yeah,
like,
that's
that
true,
actually
too.
does allow
Yeah.
a lot more
'Cause
resources
there's more-
to be
yeah.
pushed towards the graphics. So for that reason, the Order looks unbelievable.
But I think there'll be games that'll pass that this generation for sure.
Yeah.
Which is unknowingly mind-blowing to believe, but yeah.
Do you want to take the final story?
I'm on it. Sorry, I'm getting set up. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Internal Microsoft Studios preparing to unveil multiple projects. Wicca, what? When asked by the Inner Circle podcast about what Rare is working on, and if they're developing more than one title, Greenberg confirmed that the UK-based developer is working on multiple games that the firm are preparing to unveil them to the public. Greenberg said, quote, "It's going through the process of preparing to unveil the next things. They have multiple projects in development, and we feel really good about them." According to Dual Shockers, here have also been a few rumors circulating that Rare and fellow Microsoft studio Twisted Pixel would be working together on a project, though it seems that the rumor has been squashed by Aaron Greenberg, who also spoke on the subject of what Twisted Pixel is working on. He said, quote, "Twisted Pixel is not working on a game with any other internal studios. They have an exciting project they're working on as well, very unexpected and very different. And we'll just wait to surprise people with what it is," end quote. That was a mouthful. I turned British there for a second, but I think they're British people, so
I
I'm okay
enjoyed
with
the
that.
Britishness.
Thank you so much. I was like halfway warped.
Yeah, it was good. No,
I really like Twisted Pixel. We were talking about this before with what Microsoft could do in order to get onto Sony's level with having more first-party studios and having more people that go in that vein. Twisted Pixel is an awesome studio, and if Microsoft were to own them, or not only that, but have a studio in the same vein as them, I think they'd be solid. Rock
Yeah,
solid.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They'd be foolish not to.
Easily, yeah.
It's very hard for me to acknowledge follows right now because we got a follow bot. So we literally
Can I
we just got
honestly say, I don't
like
like that.
150 follows in the last like 30 seconds.
I appreciate people liking the show and wanting to do what they can to help. But
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't help.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody is trying to help us by doing that, please don't.
Please stop. I mean, I'm not going to call you out. I don't
I know.
want you to tell
We
me
don't know who
you-
does it.
Right, I don't know who it is. I don't want to know who it is. Do me a favor and please don't do that.
Yeah.
It feels dirty to me.
That and it makes we can't now acknowledge who is actually following.
Yeah, the people that are
Well,
actually.
it's not. I don't want to. I don't like cheating. I don't like. I don't like the idea that we're
Yeah,
buying
I
our way
totally
to something.
understand.
I just don't like it. It just
Yeah.
feels dirty. It doesn't feel right.
How do you
Yeah.
determine when
did
it's
a lot of
follow-up?
work.
I mean,
Just
the names
because
are
of the
all
the repetition of
variations.
it, yeah.
They're all variations of just random letters.
Yeah,
we got
you know how most
all
of them have
four,
like
a
underscore
knee,
or
the
like
cruise,
abbreviated.
like-
It's all like weird words that don't make sense, but
Yeah.
there's no abbreviations, there's no
Right.
X's
Yeah.
or numbers or anything like that. It's all so. Please, yeah,
Don't do that.
yeah. I don't know what to say to that. I'm
we
not very-
appreciate whoever's trying to
I
help us.
appreciate wanting to help,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of annoyed that happened just because I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
you especially, but we all
To
get a
all
lot
of our
work
new
from
followers that are legitimate new followers, thank you so much. Continue those follows at twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow. You can also hear us live from PlayStation right now. It's the best way to follow at our show and the easiest way to follow our show. We will shout you out if possible.
this. Yeah.
Also bringing it back full circle to our previous question, Programmer XX wants to know, Drew,
Yeah.
are you ready for this question?
I am.
Greg reporting live from the Level Up Show basement. Drew, do you think that The Order looks better than The Last of Us
Really,
Remastered?
Derek?
100%, yes. No doubt in my mind. The Last of Us looks great, and it's an excellent remaster. They did a great job with it, but it still is a PS3 game. The Uncharted is going to look much better than The Last of Us. I mean, we know that for sure. It's being developed for next-gen hardware. The Order is going to be tough to beat, though, because of what they did, the kind of game they designed, the letterbox, the focus on linearity. For that reason, it's going to be tough to top that for a long time. The only one I really see doing it probably is God of War 4, if that comes out in the next year or two.
What's in your hand?
That was my microphone. I'm reporting live from the Level Up Show basement. Thank you, Drew, for answering Programmer XX's questions. If you guys have more questions like that in the vein of the show, I will ask them to Drew in reporter fashion. Love you all.
Yeah. You guys want to go to commercial?
Yeah, real quick commercial, and then we'll open up the Skype lines.
Dean, hit him with a mean commercial.
Good.
Yep.
Secret word is Kookaburra.
Oh, that's good.
That's
Nice.
a good one.
Wait, can you hand me the deck of cards?
You're
I found
getting
these in
pushed
my
on the spot.
attic, and for on the spot, I'm gonna leave these here. So for every on the spot you guys do, you shuffle the deck, and it's a random question.
Thank you, Storm Chaser, for the Twitch heart. That's a real name, I can tell. It seems like our alerts are legitimate alerts. It
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Yeah, so that's good at least. So we can acknowledge the actual Twitch hearts, guys.
And tell me if you guys did the topic already, but I found these in my attic, so who knows what question.
We have had no dropped frames so far this entire episode.
How many people on PC tonight?
Just 13 right now.
The other
Just
night,
10, actually.
me and Drew did the stream the other night.
Plus,
we
it's
had
bad they
75
got a
people.
commercial. Apparently, Will didn't go.
I feel like Nasty Balls is trying to call.
He tried earlier, but we got 2 calls before him.
He wants
Nasty Balls,
to,
we will take your call, man.
I think we're back, by the way.
He wants to explain why consoles are gonna die. I need.
Okay.
I need to hear
Let's
that.
welcome people back then. This is the Level Up Show, guys. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m.
I
Eastern
want
Time.
this.
We talk all the biggest gaming industry news, and right now we have opened up the Skype lines for you to call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. Let's find out why people think consoles are dying. So Nasty Balls, call ahead, man.
Nasty Balls, won't you give us a call? We wanna know why the consoles are dying
Yes. I hate that.
when they're selling the best.
No.
Drew has a vest.
Bad.
I have a vest?
I don't know. It looks like a vest from
Does
that
it?
screen,
What?
but you're more in a blazer.
I saw somebody ask, why do we think the Order 1886 reviews are so off? We can't say for sure that they
Yeah.
are off. We haven't finished the game yet.
Mm.
I do
And-
think that they were a little harsh.
Yeah,
I-
easily. From me and Drew experiencing the first hour and 15 minutes together, you can tell that people are loving to hate on this game just solely to hate on it.
Yeah.
The
Especially
graphical
Digital
engine, the graphical engine is phenomenal. The gameplay is completely solid and tight, and
Yeah.
so far with all the character interactions and stuff, the reviews that said that the dialogue is stuffy and the acting
No.
is I don't know.
We
how
already
it-
love the Green.
Yeah,
She's awesome.
Green's already one of my favorite female characters
Yeah, I
in
don't
gaming,
get
and
that
she's done
one.
nothing.
Yeah.
The-
She's
I-
really
It's
great.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The
So
opening was really compelling. Like
Yeah.
going to the future. Oh, we're getting calls. Going to the
Yeah.
future and seeing what happens to Galahad. I really like that dynamic. Oh, Nasty Balls is there though. Let's get Nasty Balls.
Let's
There we
all
go.
get Nasty Balls.
Hey, Nasty, how you doing, man?
Hey, what you doing?
We are talking about games, and we want to find out why you think consoles are dying.
Oh, sweet. I'm excited. So, what are they gonna do in the next 7 years? We have streaming. Microsoft sucks right now. Just admit it. They're not. Sales aren't gonna have anything. Bungie was their backbone, and now it's gone. I don't see Halo ever being good ever again, because for whatever they're called.
For 343, you mean? The ones that took over for Halo?
Yeah.
But this is all on Xbox. Why do you think consoles are dying?
Oh, is that it?
I mean, like, what about
that
the PS4? The PS4 is doing phenomenally. It's the fastest selling console of all time, actually, even higher than the Wii.
Yeah, but think about it.
I am.
We're thinking about it, man. We're trying to figure out why you think this.
Here's what I will say. I agree that consoles will not be what they are now.
Oh, yeah,
I feel
yeah.
they will be much more PC based.
Mhm.
that's what everyone's saying in the chat room as well. Everyone keeps saying one
I
word:
don't-
Steam.
Oh, he was done.
Oh, we lost him.
No, he was done.
He was done, yeah.
Yeah, that's how he does it. No, I don't agree that Anti-Busta. I hate that name. I love that comment.
Let's see what Jose has to say about this. Oh, we lost him. Jose, call back in, man. We would love to hear what you think about consoles and the change that they will
Do you
have.
agree, though? It will be completely different. It
Here's
won't
the
be-
thing. Like, I get what he's trying to say. Like, there's so many innovations, but like, you can't. Like, all right. Like, go back to like 90, right? Everyone's playing
Carlos,
the
too.
NES. Nobody knew of live streaming being existent. Nobody knew of HD being existent.
Yep.
Nobody knew of Blu-rays being existent. Like, the technology doesn't exist yet, dude. So you can't. Of course, you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see what
Agreed.
Carlos has to say about this. Hey, Carlos, can you hear me, man?
Carlos.
Hola.
He's-
One second.
there he is.
There he
I'm
is.
using a different headset. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, we hear you fine, man.
You have a very nice voice.
So, what was the question?
We're talking about we had I think it was Aiden that just called in right now, and he thinks that consoles are just flat out dying. What do you think about that? Do you think that we're just seeing a change in how consoles work, or do you think that we will see the end of consoles entirely?
if it hasn't happened now, it probably won't happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, a console could probably could change from something that we have right now to maybe even a smaller device if the mobile device section grows even more deeper and the processors become that much more better.
Yeah.
But
the change, I've said this multiple times on the show, but the change that I see is that consoles will become probably not a physical item that you have in your home, and that kind of is the end of consoles in a way, if that's the way we want to look at it. But I could see consoles becoming an application on your TV, and then you just buy the controller, Bluetooth, and then you might have to buy the virtual reality camera if you want to do that.
Soon though.
You think 8 years that could happen?
The infrastructure for everything needs to improve significantly for that to work out.
That's the thing, is the streaming needs to become amazing.
Plus, you gotta remember how many people are going to be willing to buy a brand new TV. You're not just talking about.
I wouldn't think you would have to buy a new TV. I'd say just something like
for what Drew was saying,
something similar to like a Roku player or something very small.
But understand what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to buy a new TV because all you're doing is streaming the image to your TV. It's not doing any of the processing, like PlayStation Now. Let's say the PlayStation Now gets to a point where, first of all, our internet connections have to become a lot stronger. Our internet speeds have to become a lot better. But let's say we get latency really low, we get higher speed internet, we get Google Fiber all over the place. What if we get to the point where you can just stream all your games to your console, rent games, all those kind of things, and all you need is a PlayStation app on your TV, a controller to hook up with Bluetooth?
How are you getting that TV? How are you getting the app on the TV?
Smart TV. All you gotta do is download the app.
You have to buy a smart TV.
Yes, but in 8 years, almost everybody's gonna have a smart TV.
No,
that's not true at all. A lot of people are gonna have smart TVs in the next 8 years.
Like the Amazon Fire Stick, and maybe the app's already on there.
That too. Yeah, whatever you would need to buy.
That's what I was just
That is
gonna
much
say,
more believable.
It could be anything that allows you to download apps.
Yeah, but I don't disagree that not everyone's going to have a smart TV. Look at what the upgrade rate of the HD television.
Yes.
There's nobody. I feel like it's so random now to walk into a house and not see an HD television, no matter what size caliber it is. It could be a 14-inch screen, but it's still HD.
So go ahead, Carlos.
Was because I wanted to mention you guys were talking about crossplay and how you've been wanting it to come other games to do it. I'm almost sure that you know about this, but you do know that when Helldivers comes out on May 3rd, all 3 versions of it will be able to play with each other.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For the PS3, Vita, and PS4.
Yeah, I love that. Not only is it cross-buy, it's cross-play to the point where you can play on service. Every game should get to that point, and the PlayStation ecosystem has been the best with that so far.
Agreed.
Yeah, and then there was Street Fighter 4. When it comes out, you'll be able to play with the PC.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot about that. Once again, on the Sony side of things, I really like those kind of things. Microsoft's pushing it with Fable.
I think that isn't there an Xbox exclusive game that's doing that too?
Just Fable, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I can think
there's
of.
another one.
They said they're going to be doing it with many games. With
isn't there that like MOBA on Xbox One?
Oh man, what's that called? You're right. Yeah.
Smite.
Yeah. Smite. Yep.
Smite.
That's it.
They're going to be doing crossplay as well.
Awesome.
I want to see more and more of that. That's a great feature.
That'll probably happen whenever they roll out their Windows 10, which probably should be this year. Should be just this year. They'll probably show it at E3, if anything, if not GDC.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility for sure.
Dirty Swagga says Sony gaming stick at retail for $60, or you can stream all the content to a smart TV.
With streaming,
that would be a realistic, thing that would happen. Although that stick would probably be pretty large.
Yeah.
If they include the card slide, but if they don't,
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Knowing Sony, proprietary cards are their thing.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Carlos, man, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for coming, Carlos. We love you.
Somebody was trying to call in earlier that we missed. Who was it?
Delonius?
Yeah, it's Jose. Let's call Jose back.
Or that. Delonius.
We already talked with Aiden. Sorry, Aiden. We're gonna go to Jose. Where are you? There you are.
Jose. Do you think it's Jose Otero?
It's Diclonius.
Oh, okay, good. Same guy. Okay.
Hey, Jose. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
What do you want to talk about tonight, man?
I started playing some Life is Strange.
Oh.
How you feeling about that so far?
It's good so far.
Oh. Can I ask you a bunch of... Okay. Now, this is one of the very first episodic games that hasn't been attached to a really big property in a long, long time. Or ever, right?
Long time.
A very long time. I think it's been done once before. So can I ask you, how did you feel about the original ideas that they use in this?
I'm not happy right now.
It can be improved.
It improved, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Do you like to see it more based on properties that you already know, or would you like to see more original stuff?
It just depends on how they use said properties. Like if Telltale Games doing all the property games, and then we have other studios doing the original stuff, that's fine.
Yeah. And Telltale recently released information that they've been working on their own IP that's going to be an episodic experience that they've been waiting to release for forever, and this is going to be their most ambitious game yet. So how do you feel about playing a new IP from Telltale?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
How do you feel about a new IP from Telltale? They're talking about something completely new, not branching off of Game of Thrones or any other established IP. It's something entirely new from Telltale. Are you excited for that?
I'd say go ahead.
You say go ahead. Yeah. No, this is what I want from them. I love, adapting Game of Thrones and stuff, but I want to see them do something new and fresh.
Me and you always come back down to this, no matter what series it is, no matter what developer it is. I just want new, fresh ideas.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm done with the reboots. I'm done with that. I'll probably go see them all, and I will play all of them.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with them coming out, but as long as I get the new stuff too. Yeah,
I agree 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
Jose, have you played The Order at all yet?
No.
No.
I either rent it or wait for a
Okay. No, yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's definitely a short game, so.
This game's going to be a big renter, I have a feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Go to Redbox, check it out for sure. All right, Jose, we're going to move on, man. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling. We love you.
Okay. Me too.
Let's start off the topic of the week. We wanted to talk about developers versus consumers. Who is at fault for unreached expectations? This is what we want to talk about tonight. We've had, obviously in the last year, we've had a lot of games that did not reach expectations. I think one of the worst offenders was Destiny, and then also Assassin's Creed Unity.
And now Order.
And now The Order. Definitely The Order. For sure. Drive Club. Any others that we can think of that
Pretty much every game that's come out in the last 2 years.
Did you guys say Unity? You said Unity?
Unity, yep. We said Unity.
Unity, Destiny, Order.
The Order, Drive Club.
Halo.
Yep, Master Chief Collection for sure. Did not reach expectations.
Right.
Now, who is at fault for that? Did our expectations become too high of our own doing, or did developers fool us? Are they, what's happening here? Why has this first year of the generation been so manipulative and, just dishonest?
Well, let me kick it off here. I think it has a lot to do with the game and the developer. It's kind of I think it's case by case basis, really. In terms of Assassin's Creed Unity, I like that game a lot. It turns out, it's a good game. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yep.
As we talked about a bunch of times. But when I first booted it up, I had to wait 5 months for 8 gigabyte patch in order to enjoy it. So in this case, the developer. But then there's cases like Destiny, which caught a lot of heat for not being what everyone wanted. But here's the thing: the game came out. It wasn't broken.
No.
There was some server struggle here and there. But
no, it was one of the few games that really ran pretty well.
The problem was they promised a lot more in advance that they didn't.
So in that case, I think it goes half and half. They sold us on an idea of this massive open thing, which we didn't get, but also the game worked, and people were still upset about that when there was games that came out that were completely broken. So a lot of it I think is case by case, personally.
I think The Order is one that we can really talk about because the expectations for that game, were they high just because it was a Sony exclusive? You think?
Yeah,
I think it was high because people. The expectations for this game weren't realistic at all. Because
they didn't push our expectations high at all.
It wasn't on Ready at Dawn in the slightest, and I don't think it was even Sony's fault in the slightest.
They barely even showed the game off.
And that's my point. Is a lot of the reviews that have come out so far about this game are stating a lot of things that this game never set out to be or never wanted to be. Right. And that's what I don't understand. Is a lot of the criticisms that are coming out is there's no multiplayer, there's no co-op. It's a third-person game, and the camera's too close to the person in the third-person view. Very weird and odd criticisms.
The letterbox stuff, the 30 frames per second.
Yeah, it's just stuff that this game... They said from the beginning, and we've said this multiple times now, they set out to be a third-person linear storytelling game. That's what Ready at Dawn wanted to push out, and that's what they made.
And they accomplished it, as far as we can tell so far.
And they hit every single point that they set out to, and did it phenomenally well.
That doesn't mean the game is flawless. You know, they could have expanded on the weapon system in many more ways, and maybe they will do that. But for the first game in a new IP...
Yep. I think they did pretty well.
2's 4s? No.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's
It's
not.
ridiculous.
I can understand. I think 6.5 is.
Yeah, I can understand that. IGN, you're fine. IGN, the 6.5. If you felt it was a 6.5, that is
I think
fair
Game
on their
Informer
scale.
was odd because I think they gave it like an 8,
And Game Trailers gave it an 8.2.
which was odd. I don't
You
know
know
if
what?
I
I
agree with that
noticed
either.
Game Informer is always a little bit off from everybody.
Oh, they are. They
And
are.
so is Game
And
Trailers. Game
there's
Trailers
a lot of-
always is a little high.
Game Informer, I feel like, has a little bit of backdoor money because they're still in print, and I feel like they
Game
need it.
Informer gave Knack like an 8.5.
Right.
Hey, well.
So did this guy.
Well, so did I. I gave it an 8.
I liked Knack.
I love Knack, actually.
But like,
Not an
it's
8.5.
not an 8.5.
I think it's an 8. I really do. I think it's
I
an
think
8.
even 8's reaching. For
I
it.
think
I
in
don't
like
know.
I think in like 2000.
You have to
Two
treat it as a
would have
product
been
of its
8.5.
time, don't forget. Like,
Yeah,
that was
product of
a
its time.
launch PS4 game.
That's what I'm treating it as. Is if that's the problem. If it was like a 2002, it would have been like a 9.
Right.
2004 was 14.
See, I
Zelda-
disagree with that because we haven't gotten a lot of those kind of games in a long time.
Zelda,
I personally
the,
enjoy those types of
The
games.
last
I do too, and that's
Zelda
why I
Twilight
enjoyed it so much.
Princess
Yeah.
was a launch game.
Yeah.
That game.
No,
was
it wasn't. It was a launch game on Wii. It wasn't designed for Wii. It was a GameCube game.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
I
and the
agree.
port to Wii worked flawlessly.
No, it was fine, but why are we getting on Legend of Zelda? I mean, because it had an 8.8?
because you can't claim being a launch title as a great accomplishment.
You treat launch titles differently. When a generation starts off, you have this level that it starts off, and then as the generation goes on, you can't treat a game that launched the same as a game that treats at 7 years. Like Uncharted
Yeah, I
1
agree.
got an 8.8 because it was at the start of the generation. If you released Uncharted 1 at the end of the generation, it would have got a 7
Mm-hmm.
because Uncharted 3 was the evolution of that. A generation starts off, you can't push the hardware, you don't understand it yet, you're rushing out games, all this
Yeah,
kind of
for
stuff.
Sure. I totally agree.
But the main reason I like Knack is because we don't get a lot of character platforming action games that are charming
absolutely.
and cute.
You know what?
And that are on the
I agree
AAA
with you.
space. All we
Yeah.
get from that now is indie titles, which
Yeah.
I love. Don't get me wrong, but like a AAA.
Knack
nice
has a
little
5 on
I love those
Metacritic.
type of
That's
games,
too
dude.
low.
Right.
That
That's
I think is
obnoxiously
ridiculous. Yeah.
But I would say like 7.5.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not
It's not
saying
that
like
much different than that.
docket, but like I don't know, an 8.5. That's up there with some
Fine, a 6
games
isn't
like
that far off from a 6.5 for the order.
yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
like
give it a 6.
critically like it's not. It's definitely not an 8 or an 8.5.
Quarter of an inch.
I would
Yeah.
say
Quarter
a
of an inch,
7
Charlie,
is
I would've
fair
nailed it.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone? No?
5 is way too low.
Right.
That was fun, and especially it's like it harkens back to games like Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that. Shit's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I love games like that.
The thing that pisses me off is that all these scores that are so low, they're basically stating that the game is physically unplayable.
Yeah,
and
well,
that's what
that's
makes
right.
me so
1 out of 5
I went
is
on a
unplayable.
rant, and that showed you. I ran on a rant to a guy on Digital Trend
Yeah.
for giving it the lowest score possible,
Yeah.
1 out of 5, and I blew him up. And it's funny because I'm actually my it connects when you comment on it. Yeah, it connects to your Facebook. My Facebook is still constantly blowing up with people liking that article and replying to it. My reply to his article has more likes than his article does itself.
Yeah, but
Here's
the
the
thing
thing,
that
too.
yeah,
Go ahead, Greg.
No, you go ahead.
I've said enough.
That's just the thing that pisses me off is that the order is in no way, shape, or form a broken game.
Right.
Everything it does solidly to phenomenally well. And if that makes it a 1 in your book, I have no idea what your review scale is then, because to me, a 1 or a 2, anything underneath a 5 out of 10 to me is a broken, either glitchy or unplayable game, and the order from the get-go is the most solid
But
experience.
this is not a complaint segment on the order.
No.
This is
Right.
a segment on what we feel
Yeah,
is going
sure.
on in the
Sure,
industry
sure.
to where
Yeah.
so many
And
games
that's what I want to bring up.
have
Yeah,
been
and I
launched
think
broken.
Knack is
and-
actually a good game to talk about in that
No, I
respect.
agree.
Because bringing my whole point, bringing Knack full circle, it's like people shat all over that game,
And they still do. They shit
Yeah,
on it
and, like,
so hard.
Yeah.
I don't think it was an 8,
Yeah.
but it was. If it was a little bit shorter, that's really my only gripe. Like, sure,
Yeah.
an 8.5, why not, dude?
Yeah.
It went on a little long, but like it wasn't broken. It worked, and it was the game that they claimed it to be. It showed off the system. It was fun. It was family friendly.
It was charming.
It
I
was a
really
good
enjoyed
game.
the story. I enjoyed the characters.
Same.
I think my only main problem with the characters was Knack himself. Actually, the voice and
Yeah,
stuff I thought was
he
a
was a
little
little
didn't
goofy.
fit. But I
Yeah, the deep voice.
yeah, I would have rather them when he was small have like a little squeaky voice, and the bigger he gets
Right.
deeper. But to have him be like a smaller and still have that deep voice was kind of weird. That's off the point. That's nitpicking. But like the gameplay, every time I played it, I was just like, I'm having fun right now. Like this is I'm feeling nostalgia on like
Right.
Crash Bandicoot and Jack and
In
Daxter.
that case,
But
I think it's 100% the fans.
The biggest thing too, we have to
Yeah.
remember, like the thing I want to know is what is to blame, and there's hasn't been so many. There's been a couple games that didn't live up to our expectations, and that could be on us, and that could be on the developer for claiming. But about all these broken games, that also coincides with it. Look at Assassin's Creed Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity could have lived up to all the hype it had. Same thing with Master Chief Collection, being able to play from one to the next to the next and the next. They could have done what they wanted to do the right way. The problem is they released them broken.
Yeah.
So the issue with this topic, in my opinion, is multifold. You first have developers reaching farther than they can actually achieve, because you have the second problem, us as gamers wanting way more out of our games than developers can give us, especially for $60. People complain about the price of games, but really $60 is not that much money when you look at how much time and effort goes into these games. And the third one is going to be with the new consoles, especially. With great power comes great responsibility. And these developers are being told by the companies, you guys can patch your games later on. So if there's any issues, you don't have to worry about it as much. The developers are then rushing these games out at times to sell, which would be like holiday times or times around where they think it's going to be a big buying season. And so they're rushing these games out. They're relying on this day one patch bullshit. And it's really this idea behind. That's why I respect. I can't remember the name. The Witcher, freaking
CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, Project Red. Not only, their whole stance on the game. We're launching it when it's finished. We're taking our time with it. They don't mind pushing it back. Obviously, they're doing what they need to do to make sure they launch the game the way they want it to be played.
Can I bring up another side to this?
Yeah, I was just going to spin it on its head and do the positive side too.
I think the other big side to this is on both the consumers and developers and critics too, is where the review scale is going and how much stock we put in Metacritic scores. Well, first of all, the review scale is changing. We're obviously seeing that they're trying to utilize it, and that's throwing everybody off, because we've had 20 years of thinking that a 7 is an average game.
When in fact it's indeed a very good game.
Yes, right. And that is throwing everybody off right now, because you can see the reviewers are trying to adapt their system, and that's a response to Gamergate, that's a response to a whole bunch of different stuff. So that's a really big side of it. But the other thing is Master Chief Collection comes out and gets a 9. It has like an 88 on Metacritic. That game is still broken.
Yep.
That game you still can't play, basically, and go online 120 days later. And then the order that works entirely as a 65, it's just like, if a game is broken, like, we need to find a way that, like, we don't have these damn review, like what do they call them? The where they have all the people come out before the game releases.
Like the preview events?
Yeah, these review events and stuff like this, where they fool all these critics into playing the game.
Yeah.
And what's really great about this is Eurogamer is the first one to tackle this. They're saying now, we are going to wait until after the game releases. We're going to play the same game you guys play. We're done with review scores. We're doing recommended. Do you guys remember the system? It was recommended, avoid, and there was one in the middle too, wasn't there?
Can't remember.
There's 3, but there's 3 to it, and that's very smart on Eurogamer. I hope more stuff like that happens. But as consumers, we need to adapt a little bit to this new review scale system. Like a 7 doesn't mean what it used to mean anymore, so that's on us.
And even to give a little credit to IGN too, they're going more in the route of they'll put up their written reviews and stuff, but they've been doing a lot of video commentaries on review discussions, and I think a review discussion kind of gives you more light into a game than a score will give you for sure.
Yeah.
Especially like the way we're talking about games right now. But to spin this more on a positive head too, I would like to say that games having a lot of expectations behind them, and then like Drew said, coming out at a certain time period, I think that has a lot of effect on a game for both the fans and the developer itself. Look at a game like Dying Light, which had huge expectations and then sold phenomenally well, did phenomenally well, and is a solid experience.
We would never have done that well if it released in October.
Exactly,
November.
yeah, exactly my point. So then you have stuff on the flip side like that too. So I think it's both in the vein of positive and negative. It just depends on, like I said, what you're looking for, and to hark it back to your comfort food and bring it full circle that way.
How about we take a breather on this real quick, and then we'll open up the Skype lines. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll hear what you guys think on this topic. Who's at fault for a lot of what's happened in this first year? Is it our expectations as consumers, or have developers failed us and lied to us, essentially? So we'll be right back, guys.
A lot of people said truth boo to everything you said. Makes me so angry.
I'm thinking that the fake follows are on the network side, not on the PS4 side, or show page. So that's good. Because we're not getting all those fake ones on here, so that's good. but I get emails from the network one too. So I think
Do you think it's somebody that's like, oh, they're just starting up the network, let's try to help them
I don't know,
out?
but we have 600 follows on our network page tonight.
I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate that so much.
So that's weird. Very weird.
I mean, the thought behind it is nice.
Oh, do we have a secret word real quick?
It's too late now.
It's too late.
The secret word is late.
There you go.
Nailed
Another
it.
couple seconds here.
I think we're back, by the way.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
back, guys. This is the Level Up Show. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk all the biggest gaming industry news, and we do a topic of the week. Right now, we're talking about developers versus consumers, who's at fault for expectations in this first year. But real quickly, thank you to some Twitch hearts from Lindberghs, Robo the Alien, Jay Bimler, Space Cat, Jacacklin, Drummer, 6661, Nix Eagle, Billy V, Storm Chaser, Falcon Pup, and Jburn A311. Keep those Twitch charts coming, guys. You can follow us at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show, or you can heart us live from PlayStation right now by hitting that little heart button. It's very easy to do. If you want to see a high-quality stream of the show, go to twitch.tv/The Level Up Network. But again, the one that you want to follow is The Level Up Show. We're also on Twitter. We're very active on YouTube. Very important to subscribe to us there. Check out T-shirts like Dean and Greg are wearing at thelevelupshow.spreadshirt.com. And finally, we got one patron tonight, William Tempest. Thank you so much, man. If you want to support our network in the best way possible, do what he did. Go to patreon.com/The Level Up Network. Donate whatever you can and get rewards in return. So we are getting a call from Tempest right now. Let's take this.
William.
Hey, Will, how you doing? Oh, never mind, we lost him. Call back in, William. Skype lines are open, guys. Feel free to call in.
I want to hear what you all have to say. Who do you agree with? Me or me?
I don't think any of us has disagreed with each other.
No,
We're
I
all
don't
in
think so
agreement
at all.
here.
No, yeah, I think we're on the same page.
I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, we
100%.
just want to hear what you guys think.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of both, obviously, right now. I'm hoping that Tempest calls back in. There he is. Okay.
William.
Hey, William, how you doing, man?
How you doing?
Doing great. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about gamers versus developers?
You know what? We're all to blame. That's what it really comes down to it. Developers are we're having high expectations. Developers are telling us one thing. The media is telling us another thing. And I know you guys have brought up The Order. I think it's a great game. I loved it. And I remember when I was originally, back in the summer when I played the game, the demo of the game, I talked to a couple of developers that were working on it. And basically what they told me is what they accomplished. And I think the media kind of blew it out of proportion. So
Yeah. No, so far we can't comment fully yet, but so far we agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the game, and I know it's short, whatever. If it's worth $60, I don't know, but the experience, the graphics have been phenomenal. I can't remember where I am in the story, so I'm not going to have any spoilers. I've been enjoying every minute of it, so
That's good.
Whatever.
I'm glad. A lot of people are enjoying it. I think a lot of people are in agreement that it's not a game that you're going to remember. It's a game that you play, you put back on your shelf, or if you rented it, you bring it back, and that's it. It's just it's a game that you're going to forget, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad game. It's just a
And you're not going to enjoy the ride that they put you on. Then.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. And if I remember right, even Dying Light got bad reviews, and people put it down. And it's been selling super well. I've been enjoying it.
I think it got like
I don't know.
75.
It's very confusing. I've actually given up on reviews, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm just going by hearsay, from people I talk to and listen to you guys. So.
Well, thanks for listening to us, but I would like to say, too, me and Drew were talking about this the other night, and for the people that do wait on reviews for games and stuff, I think your best bet is to align yourself with people that have the same interest and likes that you do.
Yeah.
For instance, I align myself very much so with Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller. I follow Kind of Funny Games, I've
been following those guys, and I know that now they've left and they're following. They've gone over to their own thing, and I've been following them for years, and I've been listening to what you guys reviews, and me and Mike periodically have been playing games, and we've been talking about different games and stuff like that. So I kind of go on by, because we all I think it seems like you guys, myself, and a few other guys I play with, we all seem to have similar interests.
Yeah.
And I kind of recommend games for people, and people kind of recommend games for me, and I have just given up on the reviews. Right?
Yeah, sure.
It comes down to so.
I agree with you 100%. But yeah, stick with us for more reviews that are in the similar vein that you like.
Yeah, because we're no different than anybody else.
Exactly.
Everybody just has an opinion, right?
Exactly.
That's exactly it. Yes. Maybe I'm an older gamer, maybe because I'm used to the old. I have no idea. I just in general, whatever.
Yeah.
So I just got not. I don't want to say I'm getting pissed off, but I'm just getting ticked off.
Yeah.
About the whole the way the whole thing has been going. I don't know. It's just it kind of put a little bit of a damper on me, but I still I tend to turn off the reviews, just play my games and enjoy them for what they are.
Agreed, sir.
Sure. Yeah. All right, Tempest. Thanks for calling in, man. I agree with you completely.
Okay, that's okay. Take good care, guys. Good night.
See ya.
Love ya.
Guys, Skypes are back open, so call in at the Level Up Show. Spell it exactly how it sounds.
I've gone as far as to stop reading reviews even. Like, I only know of these scores. Like, the other day when you guys sent me the order score, I was like, I didn't even read it.
Yeah.
I just don't care. It's so molded around the reviewer's opinion.
Cool.
Hey, Carlos, welcome back, man.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Hey.
No, never.
What's going on, man? We're talking about review scores a little bit. We're still talking about developers versus consumers. Where do you come in on this?
Maybe it's not so much the developers as the marketing teams.
Okay.
I mean, the developers say one thing, and sometimes they're not able to deliver on that. But, you see the videos, you see all the different types of marketing that they say it's going to be great, it's going to be the next thing that's going to show off the next-gen console, such and such, and you believe whatever they're saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same way as...
I don't think it's so much that the hype that kills the game, or the expectations are too high. It's just the what they say and what's actually presented is.
What do you think, Mike?
Different.
I disagree with that a little bit. I mean, I agree that it's a lot on the marketing team, and they're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember, I mean, movies have been doing it forever.
Yep.
Like Hot Tub Time Machine 2, I just heard a preview for that on the radio, and they're like, the critics are hot on Hot Tub Time Machine. I'm like, what critics are hot over Hot Tub Time Machine? It has like one of the lowest ratings on Rotten Tomatoes like ever.
Yeah.
I was like, no one's hot for it.
Yeah.
A 13-year-old might be hot for it. That might be it.
Yeah.
That's it. So they're a marketing team. They're doing what they're doing, but it takes you as a consumer to be like, I kind of know better.
Yeah.
Things like Destiny is the one I'm going to take more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I felt very burned. We were supposed to have different things in space, like spaceships and random asteroids, things floating around debris that we were supposed to be able to land on.
Yeah.
They're going to be randomized, thrown in there, kind of like dungeons that you could raid with your team and get different stuff like that. That's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
There was a ton of different stuff that they claimed you were going to see in there. There's a whole area of Earth that they just scrapped.
Yeah.
There's a lot more story content.
They talked about stuff kind of in the vein of Mass Effect when you use the Nomad controller to go on there.
There's a ton of stuff that they talked about early
Yeah.
in the development cycle that they just scrapped.
Yeah.
And they didn't bother telling anybody that they scrapped it, but they did. That's the issue that I have on the development side. But us as gamers, we do look too far into it, and we do say, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing, and I think that's the problem with the Order. People that played the Order were like, this is going to be the greatest thing that PlayStation's ever released. It's going to be like their new Uncharted. This is going to be amazing. And Ready at Dawn was kind of like, it's going to look really good. It's going to be an interactive story. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of it. And every interview that you've seen from them.
In terms of the Order, I don't follow a whole lot of groups that talk about it. I mean, I was mostly looking at IGN's, and from what they were saying, the game is solid. It works, like you guys said, and it's not so much the gameplay. I mean, it's not so much the story or the way it looks. I mean, the best things about it are usually what gamers are looking for. The thing is that the actual, when you're actually playing the game, the pacing, what they decide to do with your time playing the game is just kind of baffling to them. They basically made a joke out of the fact that you're not in trouble you're not having to worry about whether or not you're going to be in trouble just by looking at your character. If he doesn't have his weapon out, you're not going to fight anything at all throughout this entire cutscene or this entire walking section.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about being attacked. You just need to wait till he finally pulls out his gun in the section, and then you're like, okay, then something's going to happen. And it'll happen.
That's true. They focus too much in areas
with how
on
the
that,
game just kind of pushed them along everything and didn't really give them many options to do with whatever they were given.
No.
They're just, here's something, you're gonna get through this section, or you're gonna walk through this section, cutscene, another section, walk through, cutscene.
That's a legitimate complaint. I understand.
Right, so we get that.
I
so
mean, that's what's killing the game, is that there are decisions on how to pace the player through this story. They like it. They really do like the story.
Yeah,
it's
right.
just
no, and it's
gameplay makes the game. Look at Destiny. People hate it, but they love to play it.
Yeah.
Right. No, and it's also a different kind of gamer too. The people that are playing Destiny are not the ones that love the Order.
Linear
the people that
third-person
like
shooters,
the Order
yeah.
are the ones that hated Destiny.
Yeah.
Almost immediately. So it's a completely different concept. Well, I mean, I get that. And this wasn't, like, let's talk about why we liked and why we didn't like the Order. I
Yeah.
mean, we do like that. It was just one of those things that we wanted to bring up.
It just relates to the topic. And
Right.
things,
It relates to the topic very well. But no, there is a lot of controversy over the Order, and rightfully so for certain things. It's a really weird game, but
All right, Carlos. We got to move on to a few other calls, man. We're getting a lot of other calls, but thanks so much, man, for your input.
why don't you call Tyler back?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I really want to call Tyler because he's never called in before, and I would like to talk with him and thank him.
Never?
No, we've never talked with Tyler. I don't think, right?
I thought you did a while ago.
I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong.
Fail.
Yeah, I don't think we have. We'll ask him. See if we can get a hold of Tyler.
I've
here.
talked to him other than the show, but I don't think he's ever called into the show.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler!
Hello?
Hey, man.
bud.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This is our first time verbally talking with you, right?
I've talked to him other than the show, but I don't think he's ever called into the show.
You might be on the delay, Tyler.
I can't hear you.
Hey, Tyler!
Turn the,
Anything?
Definitely his first time.
Yep, definitely his first time calling. Tyler, if you can hear me right now, just make sure that you mute the stream in the background and focus on your Skype audio.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the first time verbally talking. I
There.
can't actually hear you guys through my device though.
Oh, this is going to be tough then.
that's going to be long.
This is going to be a tough conversation.
Oh, it's catching up.
He's trying to.
We're gonna follow it, guys. This is like the Inception dreams. We're in level 3.
How is this anything like Inception?
There it
Okay,
is.
there we go. Now it's
I
like
win.
Inception.
Alright, well basically what I wanted to say is The Order, it's a pretty good game. But it has its moments, You're walking, you're talking.
You're walking, you're talking. Uh-oh. This is going to be a really tough conversation.
And then, there's a cutscene, long cutscene, and it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the other question was, which one are you guys gonna get? The HoloLens, the Oculus Rift, or what was it?
Project Morpheus, yeah. He doesn't hear us right now.
Why are you answering him? He can't hear you.
But the one that interests me the most is probably Oculus Rift.
Which ones were you guys gonna pick up?
But that's
pretty much all
if I
wanted to
had a
say,
PC
and
that could handle
Thank you
it.
for taking my call. We're gonna have to fix this somehow. I can't hear you.
I appreciate that he understands that there's an issue
have a good
and
night,
doesn't
guys.
keep trying to go with it.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Tyler, you're awesome. Thank you, bud. And
Yeah.
thank you. First off,
Thanks,
before we
man.
continue with the
go
question,
ahead.
thank you so much for everything you've done. Tyler is probably one of our biggest supporters we've ever had.
Literally hundreds of dollars.
Tyler
yeah.
Humphrey got a jingle from GVZ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome Mythbusters lover too.
Yes.
To give you a little insight on that fan.
He's right. If you were to rack up, it's like GFN and Tyspin have been our biggest supporters by far.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Money-wise, yeah.
Yeah, by far. Thank you so much to both of you, and especially if you are a patron to those that are like Tyspin. But what he was talking about there, if I had a
virtual?
PC that could control it, I would go with Oculus Rift.
Why is that?
Just because it's obviously got the better hardware than
You think
Project
so?
Morpheus. Yeah, Project Morpheus is not going to be as technically, I don't know what the word would be, powerful, I guess, as advanced.
Yeah.
That's too as Oculus Rift. Project Morpheus is going to be the one I get. That's going to be my virtual reality device. I'm not interested in HoloLens. I'm not interested in augmented reality. I want virtual reality.
I do like the idea of the HoloLens. But I think we're quite a few years off of
Yeah, I
that
agree.
technology. The stuff that I want out of the HoloLens, I don't think we're going to have for the current time being.
I agree completely. Yeah, that's like
but
8
when
years
that-
away.
Yeah. So when that does come, I'll probably want the HoloLens. But for right now, I don't know. I'm half and half because we don't know much about the Morpheus.
Not yet.
So
will
and
soon.
The last time
Maybe soon.
we heard about it, Oculus had been out for quite some time. Now Morpheus has been in development, but I feel like Oculus has more people looking at it. Originally, it was a smaller team. I get that. It was
They got Carmack working
right,
on it.
Right. There was a guy in a garage. For those that don't know, Oculus started as a guy in a garage working on it, but
Yeah.
you know it's growing. But all of a sudden we hear about Morpheus, one of our first times ever hearing about this, and people that have used it said they thought it was on par with Oculus.
Yeah.
That impressed me.
Yeah. That is very impressive.
You know,
yeah.
and you have this huge company. I know Facebook owns the Oculus
for now. Yep.
but they don't, not in the same way that Sony does. They're not into the same business.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see, but I think Morpheus might surprise you with how on par with Oculus.
I hope so. Man, I'd be completely pleased with that if that happens. I really want that to happen.
I'm the same way.
But right now, I just have to go with Project Morpheus. I
Derek
have
called
PS4.
us.
Yeah.
I have no interest
By the
in
way.
VR at all. My
No?
only one,
No?
I don't want it. I don't care.
To me, it could be.
I know. I really don't.
You kids with
Let's take
your
Master Rager here.
cellular
No, I'm
phones.
not for everybody else having it.
Hey.
I just personally.
Hey, Master Rage, how you doing, man?
I just don't care.
Oh, I haven't talked to you guys in a long time. I've been busy.
No, it's all good, man. We're happy to have you back. What do you want to talk about tonight?
So, yeah, you guys were talking about how developers, like, the consumers against the developers and how we're getting, glitchy games and all that. I wanted to, like, talk about that, too.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Now, I think that developers, because now I know for a fact that games are a multi-billion company, or, they're a multi-billion industry, right?
Yep, that's
they're
right.
even bigger than Hollywood, so I'm pretty sure that a game company wouldn't care if their game had a few glitches in it. But those glitches could be pretty big or pretty small. Like you guys were saying, like Assassin's Creed Unity. Even though they did apologize afterwards and gave season free for people bought the season passes, they gave them Far Cry 4 and all that. But they still didn't test the game enough, or they didn't spend enough time making the game, or not making the game, making touching it up,
Polishing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
polishing
100% rushed it out. Ubisoft said this comes out in November, get it done, pretty much, and that's all there is to
And
it.
the thing that makes me angry is, they kind of made up for it by giving you away a free game, but that was to only the people that experienced and bought the season pass. That was for the people that had the faith in them in order to do that. But what about the people that had the faith in your product to spend the $60?
Right, that was actually my
to
issue.
go the extra $20 to get that. And the thing is, as much as you can make it up and give me other free things, I didn't want the other free things. You know what I mean?
I would have bought those other things.
I would have gotten them anyway, regardless. Or if I didn't want any of them, I didn't want to pick from a select few of titles. I wanted Assassin's Creed Unity. I wanted it polished and finished the way it came out. You know what I mean? And it didn't come out like that, which made me kind of upset. But
I agree.
And on top of that too, Dying Light, I love that game. I love Dead Island. It's an instant classic. But with Dying Light 2, they even have some pretty big bugs in it. And some bugs are hilarious, but there's some pretty nasty ones. The infamous, I think they fixed it though now, where if you're playing with a friend and they leave when they go to sleep and leave right after, if you stay in the game, if you turn off the game after and go back on, you're going to lose everything. Absolutely everything. Yeah, your inventory.
Wow.
It happened to me, but I had online storage, so I was lucky. But if you don't have PS Plus, that'd be terrible.
that's a whole other argument in and of itself if you don't have PS Plus. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you that games are game breaking to the point where you shouldn't have to play a game and have to. When you buy a console game, you shouldn't have to put it in your thing, wait an extra 15 minutes to play it because of a day one patch, which the order never did. I want to point out. And then not only that, but then you get the game like that, and then even after the day one patch of all the extra stuff that they're trying to throw at you, it's still game breaks, and you could lose potentially all your progress.
And that was
Why
my
do you
thing
want to
on,
play a game like that?
The developers need to have more personal responsibility. With great power, with the ability to say, oh crap, this was messed up, we can fix this. That's fine if it happens to a couple games or something like that a year, but almost, I would say 80% of games this year had a day one patch. Or a patch within the first week.
It's just common. It's just common
right.
now.
Remember, Sonic never had that.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Super Mario World 3 never had that. Why didn't they have a day one patch? Their game launched perfectly fine. And they sold ridiculously well.
And Nintendo basically still has that same
Nintendo's
motive.
very good about releasing polished, finished products.
They are.
Okay, say what you will about them, but
Even on
they
that
nail.
topic, since we're talking about how you get the game on the first day and you have to put on patches, to download them. But even on top of that, if you get a game right and then a month goes by, there's 50 new DLC packs. What is that? It's like you didn't even get a game. It's like you got a demo.
And that's what a lot of people are complaining about now. And
games are developed with a monetary
That's a good point.
aggressive campaign in mind. It's like this is during development they figure this all out. It's like we need to figure out how we're going to continue to get money after the game comes
But
out.
that's again CD Projekt Red.
Like, like you know what happened to when playing Zelda and you found like some secret dungeon, you got secret weapons from there. Instead of now, you can just buy them and say, "There, I paid money for this. It's not even that special anymore." You know, it's a lot. It'd be
Look
a lot
at you.
better.
That was
if
your
they had
issue with
those
Assassin's Creed Unity.
packs
With
already
the
in the game, and like you can even prove it, like in Destiny. The players in the beta, they found out that they could actually go into a completely there was like a glitched out area you can go into, and the area was like completely polished. It looked like it was playable. It looked like it was ready. It turned out it was a DLC pack. It looks like it's a DLC pack for something. But
it was for the Crota one.
Yeah.
And here's
there's a
what I'm
lot
gonna
of
say
sides to that. Yeah.
No, there's a lot of thing to that. There's something to that that needs to be said too, and this is something we covered actually on one of our early episodes.
Yeah.
Dragon Age. Dragon Age was it Inquisition that said that they weren't going to have the DLC with extra characters.
Exactly,
I think it was. So you're not going to be able to play as any extra characters in Dragon Age Inquisition. Whatever characters you have on there now apparently are the ones that you'll be able to play, and that's it.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is in order to be able to have certain extra things on there, you have to have them on the disc.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can add later on because it's built into the framework that's made for in the engine that runs the disc.
Yeah.
So the problem with that is there is some stuff. I agree, some companies or even many companies rely too heavily on the DLC, and they'll restrict what's already ready for the DLC and put that as a DLC piece.
Yeah.
You know, and Destiny very well may be one of them. And like I said, I have my gripes with it, so I agree with that. But there are a lot of things where people are like, oh, I found this on the disc. Well, congratulations, good job at coding. Don't be an asshole. They had to put something in there so that they could put something in later on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you bitch that the game was boring and you don't play it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword. Yes, there's benefits and there's also negatives to it, but you have to give them some leeway. Destiny, though, I do think they abuse their power.
Sure.
But also with Destiny too, I love Destiny. Like I'm not hating on. I love that game. I love the idea, but I don't like what came out with the game. Because when they were showing it off, I think it was 2012. They were saying I was going to be this huge open world, and you could go to all these different planets and explore them. And it sounded so amazing, right? When you get the actual game, you have these little maps on Earth, right? And you have to travel to them, and you can tell when there's a loading screen, even though it's not a loading screen, but you can tell it's loading up the next area. So it doesn't feel like it's one big open area. And how they cut out so much of the story. The story isn't even the big main plot, the selling point of the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's just something that you get with it. It should be the selling point, but Bungie has the potential to make it the selling point. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, when I saw Destiny announced, you guys remember for sure. I was like, one of the reasons I'm excited for this is the mythology. I always enjoyed Halo's mythology, so I hope that this expands
that was
on
one
that.
of the only reasons you were going to get it because you're not really into shooters.
No, I was hoping that it would be something that you can get in with your buddies and discover this universe together and expand this mythology.
And Drew's not even bullshitting on this. Drew has remained at one character at level 8.
Yeah,
to this day.
I played 6 hours of Destiny and that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have any interest to go back into it right now.
I got to 28 and it got pretty boring, so I stopped. Maybe I'll go back onto it if they add something new, maybe 8 years from now, because I hear that it's being updated till 2020. So we'll see what happens there.
All right, man. Thanks again for calling us. Nice to hear from you.
All right, see ya.
See you later.
bud.
Hashtag mucho love.
All right, guys. Commercial, and then we'll wrap up the show.
Yeah.
Be right back, guys.
Not ready for that. I didn't ask for this. Nailed it.
The secret word is French toast.
French toast.
That's 2 words.
Yeah? And they're 2 amazing words that are better than anything else you would think.
The actual secret phrase is
Belgian
waffles.
Waffle flop. Waffle flop, bro. Nobody wants it.
Flopping
By the
like
way,
a waffle.
everybody in the chat.
Wait. Can you do your chat for Dean that you did yesterday or the other day with the chicken cutlet?
What was it?
Chill with my
We were talking the other day about how certain people can rap about certain things, and I was like, oh, if I was a white rapper, I would be like chilling with my crackers, eating chicken cutlets. And I just went in on a whole white rapper.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
Classic.
That was a good night.
Classic.
Guys, Skype is no longer live. We're shutting down the show. We're stopping officially. We'll be back in just a second. Hold on. I just want to shut down the Skype line first.
And we're back.
Welcome back, guys, to the Level Up Show. We are wrapping up. If you didn't know, if you're just joining us, the Level Up Show is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk all the biggest gaming industry news. We do topics of the week like we just finished off. Thank you for all the great calls tonight, guys. That was a lot of fun. If you want to follow us, the easiest way to do it is live from PlayStation. Hit that little heart button right now. If you're at twitch.tv/the Level Up Show, you can follow or you can subscribe there. We're also very active on Twitter at the Level Up Network, Level spelled LVL. YouTube is a big one for us. We archive all our episodes and do a lot of our original content.
I do emojis to what he said.
Go to youtube.com/the Level Up Show, Level spelled LVL. Subscribe while you're there. Go to the levelupshow.spreadshirt.com to get t-shirts like
I am looking at Greg on the TV.
like Dean and Greg are wearing right now. Keep calm and level up. The Level Up Show. It's all there. Different sizes, colors, men's and women's. And finally, thank you so much to William for becoming our newest Patreon, a $3 patron. You will get your jingle from Greg from GVZ.
Thank you.
Anybody else who wants to support our network in the best way possible and get rewards in return, go to patreon.com/the Level Up Network. And finally, let's thank those last Twitch hearts that we got. We got 736 Twitch hearts tonight.
Don't agree.
Let's go to the official
and
Twitch
number
hearts.
one is
The actual Twitch hearts that we got tonight. We got Zolo Mike, Glenn Rick, Kale021.
Kal-El.
Is that Kal-El?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought I saw an I there. Candy Stuffer, Ekstrom, Jacob, Little Kramer, 123, Dark Swaps, Big Ian, 8810,
Nope.
Fut Bucker, E8 Ball, Jim or JMM 187, and finally Kush versus Skunk. Oh, that was a new one from Rod Rockstanky? Is that it?
DJ Lobster Games.
I'm okay with that.
Keep those coming, guys. Final
And
push.
IB Lunkson.
Very nice. Keep those coming, guys. Final push right now. Follow us, heart us. As I was saying, just hit that little heart button live from PlayStation. There's another one. They just keep coming. Let's go back to the main
Dean,
one here.
that was sad.
That was, I think, Rockstanky. What's wrong? What
Dan
happened?
said, all the children know we are made of snow and we'll be back again someday.
It's not sad. It has a happy ending, dude. We'll be back.
We're not melting.
Also, guys, don't forget that we stream
I
games
used to do that.
all week long. We've got Monday in day with Greg. I will be a part of that tomorrow. We'll be doing Resogun DLC.
You just answered Gab's questions.
Nice.
Gab was about to answer you, but there we go.
Tuesday is Mike. What are you going to do this week? We'll
Friday
trash
Diablo.
talk. Diablo
We're
still?
going to do Diablo again. I think we're going to try to rush a character to 70.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Wednesday, we've got Dean with Beast of the Week. What are you thinking this week, Dean?
I wish
Don't
I could
tell me
you
Resogun
now,
again.
dude. It's not gonna be Resogun again. Although I could.
You probably could.
But I don't know, dude. I just got like 6 games, and I just want to finish one of them first. So
Dragon
one
Age?
of them, I don't know. No, Dragon Age is not getting touched for a while. I don't know yet, but I'll keep everybody updated for sure.
Thank you,
Oh,
Chief,
my
for
God.
for the Twitch art. I don't know what I'm going to do on Friday. I could do the Order, or I could maybe start a new episodic series like Game of Thrones. I don't know.
Or Life is Strange.
You're doing Life is Strange, though. I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah,
let you
yeah,
handle
that's
that.
true.
You can
That's true.
continue with that.
I like that game a lot.
But maybe...
Did you, well, no, because you didn't start from the beginning. I was going to say, you can grab my copy of Costume Quest.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't want to wait a whole week to keep playing the Order. Like, I want to finish that game faster
Right.
than that.
Yeah, we
So,
need to get our discussions.
we need to get our
up to the
discussions together.
Why don't you get up to like what you feel is the last like hour or so, hour and a
Yeah.
half, and then play that on Friday.
Yeah. We'll be doing discussions on the Order, guys. Probably every 4 chapters. There are 16 chapters, so we'll split it into forts. Dean, Greg, and I will do reaction times on our YouTube for the Order as we go through it and let you know how we feel about it and if our feelings change, on the review scores.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Because I
hope not,
really
so.
like it so far.
So, guys, thank you so much. This was the Level Up Show, episode 62. You guys were great tonight. A lot of really great calls. Make sure to follow us if you haven't already for game streams and gaming talk shows every Thursday and Sunday.
Consistently over 250 people tonight, so that means that we're officially better than the Oscars.
Nice. Yeah, we stayed in the 200s tonight, which is awesome.
Proud
Really
of us.
happy about that. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting our show, even with the Oscars on. We will we'll see you next week.
I'll be Kristen today.
Really? That's what we should do. We should do it like the,
Level up, guys.
Level up!
Level up! Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you during the week.
You're all perfect in every way, shape, and form. Hashtag baby Jesus.